Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Boxingvoice.com.
You need that fear.
All I'm trying to do is make a stand for something that I truly believe is right. I truly believe it's right. I don't want to be like you. Come on, man. I'm the face of boxing. I'm the cash cow. I hold it back with a pay-per-view.
My job, I know my job, I know my situation. I want to fight.
Production.
But it's gonna be very difficult for both of us.
Boxingvoice.com. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sunday is Crow Day. Damn, a lot of crow to be given out. Hopefully Mike lost that list and we won't have to eat as much as I believe most of us have to. But definitely we're treated to a entire night of boxing starting early in the day. Both Dazn and other networks definitely putting it in. We had Anthony Dirrell in action. Chris Eubank was really the fight of the weekend. We had our little sleeper fight that we were talking about on Patreon, which is Lee Selby and Omar Douglas, which Showtime dropped the ball on. They really dropped the ball. Even though they were streaming at 3:45, we still didn't get to see that particular fight, which was, in my opinion, a letdown. Those that were on hand told us it was a pretty good fight, but I would have loved to witness it myself. That being said, we got some big headlines as Triple G, another fighter yet again. I mean, it seems like every week fighters are coming out with bigger and better contracts. Canelo really starting it off with the $365 million contract from Dazn, but Triple G, knowing that he is one of those pieces of the puzzle, and Dazn paying him handsomely. We'll bring you all the details here pretty soon. We got so much to talk about. I won't bore you with every single topic. We'll just get to it when we get to it. So let's get on out to all the co-hosts to hell from around the globe.
Boxingvoice.com.
I've been doing this. I ain't been up and fell off. I've been through the Lennox Lewis era, the Nassim Hamed era, the Sugar Shane Moses era, the Oscar De La Hoya era, Mark Anthony era. I've been through all the eras, and I still been
How much you talking? You do too much talking. The thing is this.
People want their subjective preference to be the objective reality.
HBO needs to fire you. You don't know shit about boxing. Boxingvoice.com.
Crow. I'm eating so much crow, like Crowbars, the movie The Crow, the country Croatia. Man, I took so many wrong picks this week, man. Good thing I didn't put any money on it. But check it out, though. Chris Eubank did his thing. Congratulations. He's finally got his first signature win on his resume. With that being said, it makes things extremely interesting of the WBC strap because Yildirim did pretty good against Dirrell, right? So let's see where that goes. Money Powell IV. Yo, impressive KO. I'm putting that kid in my prospect for sure. List this year, considering that, there were some fights I've seen, but that was a tremendous performance. In addition to that, Alexis Espino, Mike was really big on him. He was trained by Robert Garcia, and he had a great debut. On top of all the other cards, we're going to go into the most crow of all, the Humberto Soto, Brandon Rios. I know you guys all in the chat did not expect that. Don't come on here and calling like, yo, Brandon Rios was supposed to, I knew he was going to lose. No. Everyone, this is a community crow. We're all going to eat. But we're going to dish them all out. I'm going to pass this on to the other co-hosts. It's my boys, Mike and Mario. What's up, guys?
It's me, Mario.
What up, Ron? What up, Ness? What up, Mike? Yo, listen, so much boxing this weekend. It was really hard for me. This is the only problem when we have so many fights in a weekend. It's like really hard to stay grounded and be able to watch top to bottom, especially when streams happen on certain platforms before the main show starts on your TV, right? The one thing I did get lucky is I watched the Degale fight on the I watched it later on at night for me in the US. So actually I did get to see the Omar Figueroa Super O fight with Selby, and it was a really good fight. So I'm glad I got to see that on Showtime. They did skip the first round. That was kind of weird. I don't know why they did that. It was right after the Joyce fight. They kind of snuck it in there. I didn't think they were going to show it because I knew that the Joyce fight happened right before they went to the Degale fight. But yeah, I did get to see Super O. He looked really good. We'll break that fight down. I did get to see most of the DAZN card. Missed out on some of the Fox Sports, but I did get all the main events in. So, made sure that I was ready for the show, even during my workout, man. So I'm still working out, getting ready for Border Wars coming up. Had a really long cardio session today, puked my brains out. So yeah, man, ready to get this in and ready to chop it up. Let's do it.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. I can't say it enough. I speak it, believe it.
2 attempts, handed bands over. Sicko hit, shot and miss. 2 to stand over. Breadwinner, huh? Look who in the building. Let me check my Instagram. I might be at 1 million. And I'm in.
BoxingWinners.com.
Yo, look who in the motherfucking building. What's up, everybody out there in the chat? James Doherty, Omar, ESW, Bayside Boxing, Jab Left Hook. Everybody in the chat. Jim JM, what's up, homie? But yeah, man, it's a great weekend of boxing, but I want to take a little step outside of the weekend of boxing. We had a lot of things happen outside the ring. Big Baby dropped some bars on Sway. Say what? Was it fire or was it trash? I don't know. Who am I to judge? But we also had Miller and Joshua didn't get their ESPN I guess media tour. So kind of curious to see what happened with that. Also, Mayweather had a nice birthday party today, man. He had people coming out, so big ups to Floyd. Happy 42nd birthday. But everything else, man, let's go and get to it. What up?
Shout out to Tiger for getting thrown out like a little rag.
Bro, that shit was crazy.
What?
I don't even know what happened.
Beyond crazy. Yo, how they throw you from a TMT security guard to your own security guard? That was crazy.
And how you get outside trying to go put a strap outside?
Yo, you was pulling the strap.
You ain't that tough.
I wonder what's gonna happen because there's so much video of that. Like, maybe even the security guard gets in trouble and shit like that.
People trying to give it to him.
Yo, it was like 3 minutes of straight dragging.
Right,
how much footage of it?
He was definitely trying not to let him take that.
Bro, did you see him by the truck when he was like pulling out his pocket, like kind of like, and then he put it back in?
Yeah, he's trying to pull the strap out of the dude's pocket.
I felt like the security guard was always trying to holster that shit, always trying to put it back, not really letting him get it. But he did have it. Don't get me wrong. But whatever, man. Talking about guns, I don't know. Let me see where Ron started off at today. Oh, so we talking Chris Eubank and Degale.
Eubank, what up, big dog? Hey
throw them crows right now. Hold on. Let me throw them.
Shout out to Eubank for being a 2-time IBO champion, man.
2-time, baby. 2-time. Get it right.
Call me Mr. Chimney. I want smoke.
I mean, IBO, stand up. So, what did you guys think of this performance, man? I heard Ron say Eubank finally got his signature performance, but was it that? Did Degale give a great last hurrah, or was this like, man, see, I knew Degale didn't have nothing left?
Sean Porter, Kilbrook 2. That's how I describe it. There was a lot of holding from Degale. Eubank was definitely trying to rough it up, wide punches. Look, I'm just gonna put this right out there. I didn't think that was the most pleasing fight to watch, but Eubank definitely got the job done, and Degale definitely looks like the fighter of a retired fighter. How do I say that? He needs to be retired at this point because I don't want to see him at an elite level if he continues fighting because he's going to get hurt. He's going to get hurt.
Yeah, man, I don't know if I fully agree with you here. Look, don't get me wrong. Okay, Chris Eubank, I would like to say he dominated the fight. I feel like a dominating performance would have ended in a stoppage. Degale was there to be hit. Degale was there as an open target. There were plenty of times where I was like, man, Chris, just step back and throw. Like, you're there. At the same time, Degale got a lot of really good shots early, and I feel like he was doing really good work on the inside. And not that he himself was like having success on the inside, but he was like fighting on the inside. He'd step back. Like, I don't know, he was tricky. He was tricky a lot of times. And so to me, I feel like this was a fight Degale lost as opposed to like, okay, it was definitely a two-way streak. Degale lost and Chris Eubank won. I mean, that sounds obvious, but I think it was more like 75-25 that Degale lost. I mean, he just didn't do anything in this fight. They held so much. It was such an ugly scrap, man. It really was. It was hard to judge certain rounds just based on how ugly it was. But I definitely do agree, Ron. It is a signature win at this point. I don't think that I would necessarily call for Degale's gloves or for him to hang it up, but definitely this is a huge loss. But Chris Eubank, man, as much credit as you can give, because while he didn't make it look easy, it certainly didn't look hard.
Well, let's go and get down into it, man. Degale came out round one, put on a nice performance. He was pop shotting a lot, catching Chris with that straight left. But after round two, when Chris knocked him down, I feel like he knew that Degale was done right there, and he applied pressure for the remainder of the fight. I had Chris winning 10 rounds, Degale winning 2 rounds, and with the knockdowns, I think Chris put on a damn good performance. Even Al Bernstein had it like 118, 109. So my card wasn't too far off. But I think it was a good win for Chris. I wouldn't say a signature win because, and I'm a Chris Eubank fan. James Degale was not the guy that we've seen in the fight with Badou Jack. That guy is no longer around. The guy is, I won't say a shell of himself, but to me, when he gets in the ring, he's kind of unsure, like what to do, throw combinations, hold, pop shot. I mean, and him being a southpaw made it for an ugly fight. They were clashing heads a lot of headbutts. But Chris Eubank went in, got the job done, 2-time IBO champion. Big ups to Chris. You know what I'm saying? I thoroughly enjoyed the fight. I thought he put on a nice performance with the aggression and with the punches landed to the face. I mean, he was hitting James Degale in the face like every round. Like, it was just nice solid shots. So big ups to Chris, and hopefully we can get him in the ring with one of these PBC champions, since he is and made it known that he is with Al Heyman and PBC, I believe, for 2 more fights.
Mike, can you I need some crow, man, because I ate some crow, but I also need a little bit of a crow for that terrible judging. I didn't like that 114-112 I heard. I thought at that point, if Chris Eubank didn't get his knockdowns, that judge would have had Degale winning. So I don't know what he saw, and these scorecards popping up are starting to I just don't know what they see. Like on the ringside, it just can't be that bad for that guy to see Degale possibly win if he didn't get knocked down.
There were a few of those this weekend.
Yeah, I know, right, Rosario? I mean, and to Ron's point, man, like something has to be done, bro. Like if you're watching a fight and there's no way. I mean, there's no way you can have James Degale that close in that fight. Chris pretty much dominated the fight, man. After he body slammed Degale and got a point taken away, maybe you can kind of have a little bit closer, but I think Chris won comfortably. In my opinion, he won by 8 rounds, but if you got it, you can have it no closer than 6 rounds, because I think Chris just put on a damn good performance. And James Degale, it's interesting to see where he goes from here, because even though he's not the same guy that he was, he's still a name, and maybe he can possibly land a fight that gets him back towards the top.
Al better not let him go. He'll end up on DAZN.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he's still got some tread on those tires. Like, I don't think he's elite. I don't think he'll ever be elite at this point again. But I don't know, man. I don't think Degale's got – I think he still could beat certain fighters in the top, 30, 40 for sure. If he wants to remain there.
Yes, right? So they could give Benavidez that fight. Like, it's still a name. Remember, when you think of Canelo – in retrospect, he's got this great resume, but if you watch his career from the beginning, Mosley wasn't in his prime,
Abner Cotto,
fucking Jose Miguel Cotto wasn't in his prime. This other guy from the Contender, not in his prime. Matthew Macklin wasn't Ricky. No, excuse me. Matthew Hatton wasn't Ricky Hatton. In the beginning, the developmental stage, the coming up stage, like you need these recognizable names on the fighter's resume. So, yeah, I wouldn't give Degale away because, you know, he'd end up fighting a guy like, you know, Better Beeve on ESPN or, you know, maybe even Bivol over on DAZN at a higher weight class for more money, or maybe even a fight with like a Pascal or somebody. That's,
I mean, honestly,
guy's relevant. You know, you got to get him in there with people on their level. Like for Eubank, this was a fight that was always building. I really want to know how James Degale feels at this point when for so many years he was on social media. I mean, he clowned Eubank for saying that he was going to unify with that IBO when James Degale had the IBF. And now here he is fighting for that IBO and lost trying to get that IBO. So, you know, I just wonder where his mindset is at the moment. But, you know, I tried to sit back and let you guys talk and see what would you say. No one mentioned the different Eubank, except for someone kind of in their breakdown was saying that, you know, they wanted Eubank to throw more. And I thought that's where the trainer shined. I think they made him a bit patient. He was a wild guy. Like, let's just go in there. If I see an opening, and, you know, I think he boxed a little bit more. I mean,
very great point.
Definitely worked the jab. Definitely worked the jab.
And to be fair, Degale was holding excessively at a point where it kind of made it an ugly fight. So it was not a great fight for Chris Eubank to showcase his skills if he had an opportunity to.
There are things that I've seen that Chris could make slight adjustments to like get better, and I think Nate touched on it. So, and knowing Chris, man, probably be back in the gym tomorrow or sometime this week, man. The guy lives the life of a boxer, and as you can see, his stamina is 1 through 12. No let up, no let down.
I just want to say when I heard Chris Eubank change trainers and he got a trainer named Nate, I thought he was talking about TMT's Nate that takes all the body shots from Floyd and was a light heavyweight. I don't know if he ever became champ, but, you know, I thought they was talking about him. Who is this Nate Vasquez that's training Chris Eubank?
I think he has a good rapport with Jeff Mayweather, and because Dennis Douglas did a interview with Jeff yesterday talking about Vasquez, and he said every time that he would say something, he would bring up Jeff's name. So he's somehow, some way, he's linked with the TMT or Mayweather gym. And
I know a little bit about Nate.
Hold on, I'm gonna play the soundbite because you don't even got it. I'm gonna play the soundbite for Douglas. He ain't gonna get away with that. I know him and his mother, a friend of the show, but
I know. Talk about a hater, bro.
He was in the Chris Eubank camp. He was one of the lead sparring partners, and he giggled about how he thought Degale would win, even though he was in the camp with Chris Eubank, and Eubank got the win.
Absolutely, man. He even stayed at the man's house, but still said he was gonna lose. But maybe he was just trying to build up a fight at the end.
I wonder, does that trigger? And you know what? For Eubank, he should take that fight again. Name building fights, you know. And Eubank doesn't have many names on his resume except for the losses that he's gotten. But for Eubank, I wonder, does that deter him from bringing him back, or do you think he brings him back to whoop his ass next time in sparring?
I think he brings him back. To be honest with you, I don't think. Look, there are haters out there, like Javi. You know, Javi's a hater. Javi tell me, big me up. Oh man, you're gonna win, and then he go and put money on Ant. You know, there are just haters like that. I'm gonna stay in the same house with Javi. Ain't no hate. You know what I'm saying?
True. Shots fired.
But I wanted to talk about Nate Vasquez. The echoes, man.
Yo, you guys are the only one. Yeah, you guys are the only ones here. I don't hear it.
That's crazy, man. We hear everything.
And it never comes off on a podcast. So I guess it's just
Run. What do you know about Nate Vasquez?
Shots fired.
No. Rob is in the chat. I just said his name.
Crow.
You know,
Crow B.
But all right. So
Matt. Mike. Honestly,
Nate Vasquez was a former amateur standout, and he was a professional boxer. He trains King Mo, MMA guys. Kevin Newman is also the person he trains.
Oh, I know Newman as well. Okay. Well, looks like Jack is the Truth got an interview with Nate Vasquez, so you'll know just a little bit more by heading on over to.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, wait, didn't we have something with him?
Yeah, we got something on youtube.com/The Boxing Voice in a matter of minutos. But should we move on to Lee Selby beating Omar Douglas? I mean, Mario, you got to watch it, and I heard your introduction, but I didn't really quite grasp what you said. How'd you watch it?
I watched because I had people over for the fight, so we didn't watch the early fights. We watched the replay on Showtime, and on Showtime at night, when they were replaying the fights, they snuck in Omar and Selby in between Joyce and the Degale fight.
Damn, I wonder if that's gonna be on their.
It was
on demand.
It was because I went on demand to see if I could watch the first round because they skipped the first round, they skipped the 8th round or 9th round, one of them. They skipped 2 rounds in the whole fight, and I went back to see if I could watch them, and yeah, they skipped them on there too.
Honestly, a bunch of us watched it live, and Lee Selby just put on a boxing exhibition, man. He was turning them. Omar was not cutting off the ring. He was following them the whole night. Lee Selby was pop shotting, but he did get cut in the first round. That's where that blood came from. But
he got 2 cuts.
Yeah, Omar showed a lot of heart, man. Showed a lot of pride, but he just was not cutting off the ring, and he was always second to the punch. Lee Selby would get off combinations and just turn them, and it was a nice boxing clinic, man. Really. Go ahead, Ron.
Yeah, he was using his boxing technique very well. I mean, even the holding sometimes felt excessive.
I give him.
I didn't even score it, to be honest.
Yeah, I didn't score it, to be honest with you, but I would say, like, man, I could have easily given him 3 to 4 for sure round, or maybe at least like 2 to 3 for sure, and then another like 1 or 2. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought Omar looked good in that fight. Honestly, I really did. I think if it was in America
at that time too.
I think if it was in America, he could have gotten a draw on one of the cards, to be honest with you. Like, yes, there was excessive holding when they got into close.
But it was smart boxing.
Listen, I 100% agree, though. Mike, you're absolutely right. Selby picked his shots really well. I think that Selby was first to the punch, like you said. I think Selby boxed him beautifully at times. I think Omar did not cut off the ring at all, but he was so much busier in that fight at times. Like, there were times where Selby was just taking, and yes, they were pitter-pat punches, and yes, there were, and you're talking to a guy who loves Selby. I really do. I think the world of Selby. I think he's one of the most talented fighters, and I still think he has a tremendous career. He's going to end up on the top 10 pound for pound list at some point in his career. But last night, I'm telling you, Selby is extremely talented.
Mario.
But I feel like Super O taught him a lot of things yesterday. I feel like Super O taught him a lot. I feel like Super O did a lot of things that warranted a pat on the back. And I don't think either fighter left that ring with an L, except for the technical one that goes on BoxRec.
Oh, yeah. Look, now, I don't want to take nothing away from Omar, but it just got to a point where you can see the skill level difference. You know what I'm saying? Because Omar, even though he was fighting good, he was throwing a lot of punches, he was just not able to cut the ring off, and that made me look at Selby like he was the ring generalship and had the better boxing IQ. Because when he was in close, he held them. I mean, if the ref's not gonna do anything about it, like the James Degale fight, then boxers are gonna get away with it. But he also threw a lot of nice combinations, and they were landing on Omar. May not hurt him or anything like that, but they were landing and they were scoring shots.
Now, what I can give him a lot of credit for is he was in a lot of adversity early on in the fight with those cuts, and he showed tremendous composure. He didn't freak out. He didn't panic. It was pretty much virtually the opposite of the Degale and Chris Eubank fight, in my honest opinion. But the one thing that just keeps bothering me right now is the out of order Showtime did this. Like, if Showtime wanted to properly get this program, just show the Selby Omar, go to the Joyce. I think all
What's the
three
big
fights
deal with just putting it on the YouTube channel and streaming it that way?
I don't get this. I think all 3 cards this weekend did not show their full cards, including
you can say whatever you want to about hold on. I believe the Dazn started from the guy Robert Garcia was training.
They didn't show the female fights.
Yes, they showed one female fight.
Yeah, they didn't show what's her name, Espino, or there's this really highly touted female boxer that I thought they were going to show because I've never truly seen her fight. And
I don't think she fought though.
No, she fought. She just wasn't.
Yeah, she
Bellator.
fought.
Okay.
Who am I
Yeah,
talking
that's
about?
I didn't like that either.
You talking about
Is-
Super Bad?
No, I
That's
think
what
it
I'm
was.
talking about,
It was like
Superbad.
Estrada. It was like, yeah,
Yeah,
Super bad. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Super bad.
Bruh.
I forgot how to say her name. We had her on before.
Anissa Estrada.
Anissa Estrada.
They
Yeah, we had her
didn't-
on
they didn't
before. She taught us how to
call
say
her
her
on
name.
I'm like, what the hell?
I
Like,
know, bro. I agree, Ron. Like, it sucks because it's like if you're gonna put us on that platform, if you're gonna be on that platform, like, why not show all the fights? Like, I don't look. Maybe there's some aspect of it that I don't understand, and it's not worth it or whatever. But it's like if you're on that platform, like, why not show these people? Like, it's just stupid. I mean, you get a chance to introduce them. Like, I had mostly hardcore boxing fans over last night, but there was a couple of people there that very rarely watch anything outside of Floyd Mayweather type fights, Pacquiao fights. And it would have been great to show them a few of these fighters. And one of them even asked, like, hey, isn't female boxing on the rise? I heard that there are a lot of good female. And it was like, man, that would have been perfect opportunity for at least one fighter. But
they didn't even like the out of order of
Drop
Selby.
the ball with like the names underneath. Someone brought that to my attention as a Patreon question, and then I watched the DAZN card, and it's like, bro, if I'm not a hardcore, I don't even know who I'm watching. Luckily, I'm a hardcore.
Yeah, I just don't understand. And just how the Showtime had shown Joe Joyce and then Lee Selby, but not all of it. And then it came back to the main event. I was just like, what is this, man? I already
I
know
don't
the
know what
result. I was
Showtime
watching
over there
it
doing,
elsewhere.
man. This
the point
is
of that?
like I don't know, man. Like Showtime, like you guys got it
tremendously because it's funny. I can't wait to see Espinoza again, because I'm gonna dig at him really good because he's always taking shots at DAZN and other networks online and how they are, so innovating, and they were doing streaming first. And what is everybody so excited about DAZN? Showtime's been streaming. So then what the fuck is going on?
And it started with Ken Hirschman, by the way. Like it was on his watch when streaming started. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, Mike, you and I talked about it the other a few weeks ago when they had that Facebook Live / YouTube post, and they were fucking showing it from like a volleyball stand, like 18 rows back. That was just the craziest thing I'd ever seen. We almost saw that whole fight like that. And it's recorded that way. Like, it's not like when you go back and watch it, because I went to try to go back and watch it. Like, now it's in a good spot. Like, you still got to watch like 2 or 3
You know what's so
rounds
annoying
like
about this, Mario? At the end, like when Ishe was losing and they were stopping the fight, all of a sudden
zoomed right into it.
They had this nice clear view with everything. I'm like, don't tell me you had this the whole time.
Exactly. Don't tell me you had that the whole time. Like, yes,
like, what
absolutely.
are you doing, Showtime? You had this? Please. What are you
But
doing?
let's get to a fight that they did show. Your boy Mario, Joe Joyce.
This is Elm's boy too.
Oh, Elm's boy
too. On record too. But go ahead, Mario.
I wanted to do a live fight chat. I wanted to do a live fight chat on that, and whatever, communication wasn't the best, and we didn't get to do it. But boy, was I glad we did it.
Boy, I'm like, this nigga never dragged me to this shit.
Let me
I've been
tell
talking hella shit the whole time.
I won money yesterday in Fantasyland because on one parlay, I had one thing right. Like, there was a parlay where I got Joe Joyce, like Mario's advice, knockout from 4 to 6. Then there was another parlay where I had, Joe Joyce and Stiverne going the distance. And at one point, I thought, oh, shit. I'm really about to make this money off this shit going the distance. Yo, and there's nothing wrong with Joe Joyce. Other than that, he stands up very straight, right? But like, he's so effective. I mean, that left hook has a lot of pop on it. But he doesn't have that wow power. He's got to beat you down because, I mean, you guys are making faces, and I know that you got a little bit bored, and that's because you expected more because of what we thought Stiverne was, but maybe we underestimated him. But he beat the shit out of Stiverne.
I wasn't bored.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Stiverne was landing some right hands, man. I was
every time, bro.
I was like,
Overhand right.
Please,
like Joyce, block that shit,
down, bro.
But they never affected.
They didn't have anything on him because
that's a bad habit.
He was dead after 15 seconds in the first round.
AJ,
they were
let Tyson
right
Fury.
They were very scary.
Mike, you ever been in the ring? Remember Spencer Fearon the other day? You ever been in the ring? Shit, nah, man, it's different, bro. Like, he could go in there and he know there's nothing on Stiverne punches, and that's why he's susceptible to certain shots because he's not caring right now.
That was the only holdout I had, Ness, was that this guy's trying to get rounds in. But no, I don't think he was trying. Listen, this fight was not boring to me because I was on the table, jumping up and down, yelling at this motherfucker. Like, take him out. Take him out. Like, do what you and honestly,
Derek Chisora style. That's how Derek Chisora want to tackle him fight. That's what
for real.
That shit right there. That nigga was on the ropes.
That was a bad fight. To be honest with you, it was the name that Joe Joyce needed, but it wasn't the performance that he needed. And the worst thing to
chat, they talking about Ness will stop Stiverne. No, the fuck I won't. Stiverne was throwing them dead right hands, bro. Them just
over for Ness, man.
They was hitting Joe Joyce on the neck. I'd have went down from a neck shot, bitch.
He landed some of those
Joe
rights.
Joyce. Joe Joyce. Pump the brakes on calling out Luis Ortiz.
He said he going for the WBA shot, which is like a Trevor Bryan or
Char.
He said he's going for the regular.
He got Abel Sanchez. They ain't gonna make no dumb decisions.
No, listen. Look, all I'm gonna say about the Joe Joyce fight is, at this point, I think from a promotional standpoint, obviously they could put him in there with a name such as Ortiz, but I absolutely agree with Mike. I wouldn't. I think after yesterday, what we saw is there are flaws in his game that can be helped. There are things that he can do that absolutely are on his end of the table and have absolutely nothing to do with raw experience against specific and high level talent. That said, those are on him, and he's got to make those adjustments. And so,
who would win, Charles Martin or Joe Joyce? I just want to know what the chat thinks right now.
Charles Martin got to fight
with Greg Corbin. March 16th. We're down to Dallas, baby. We there.
We got to
Mike Undercard.
We gotta see. We gotta talk on that one in the
yes, sir. But before we move on to the PBC card, big ups to Ricky Summers.
The PBC card.
Big ups to Ricky Summers, man. In my opinion, you were another victim of a robbery this weekend. I believe you won that fight against Sterling, but you didn't get it on the cards. But we are on PBC FS1 now. Anthony Dirrell defeats Avni Yildirim by 10th round technical decision. It was caused by a headbutt. Like, he got a cut. Like, it was a very bad cut, kind of like the Vitaly Klitschko Lennox Lewis fight. The cut was like right across his eyebrow, and it was like kind of deep. And the reason the doctor stopped it, because he said he seen the muscle or something like that, and inside the cut, so he stopped it. But up to that, man, I thought Yildirim was doing a damn good job putting on the pressure. I thought he was landing some effective shots and pushing Dirrell back against the ropes. I think Dirrell had some success, but I think he wasn't throwing enough or busy enough to get that a decision, but he did. So it is what it is. What do you guys think about the fight?
Look, I'm not gonna lie. That was a long night. I fell asleep during that fight. But from what I heard it was very competitive. I heard a lot of people said it was a robbery. I heard people were just not pleased. If I guess my question to you, Mike, because you're the most in depth in that fight, if that went to the distance, do you think Yildirim would have had a better chance of winning at that point? Was that the direction?
But you should have seen his uncle and his trainers in the corner. They were fucking upset when they said they were calling it off. Well, as soon as they called it off, because he was landing punches on the ref, so the ref came in like, hold on. Then didn't call the doctor, and the doctor waited it off. So
they thought they won. Yeah,
so that was a blessing for Dirrell. That was a blessing for Dirrell, because if you gave like
absolutely,
it would have automatically went to Yildirim. Like, without a doubt.
I'll put it this way, okay? Yildirim was coming in at the end. His best moments were happening towards the end of the fight, and so a lot of this stuff that happened, just like Mike said, it was caused by aspects that were it wasn't like any one fighter was being dirty or anything like that, but Yildirim just came on strong towards the end. I mean, don't get me wrong, he was fighting very well the whole night, and Dirrell wasn't just sitting there and taking punches. Dirrell was fighting back, but it was like at times he just could not withstand the barrage that Yildirim was coming with.
I was surprised Yildirim was like, but Yildirim, and he really surprised me, because in the Chris Eubank fight, it was just like he wasn't on that level, but whatever he did between now and then,
Oh shit! I won last night without knowing.
What you win?
What'd you win?
Oh, Jamal James, Hector Tanajara,
Mother.
Anthony Dirrell.
Oh, I told you.
No Joyce 4 through 6.
I told you that was mine.
Oh,
that was mine.
I rolled in and out like 3 times. Like, oh, why the fuck do I got money here?
What you win, big dog? What you win, big dog? 46?
And look, Mario, I took both your bets. So the one through 4, I mean the 4 through 6 won, but the round 1 didn't.
Yeah, I remember because I remember I told you originally.
That was your parlay, bro.
What the
I'm
kitty
telling
looking
you,
like
bro.
now, big dog?
What'd you get?
I think you're the man. Really showed some improvements.
Even though I made money, that's pretty dope.
Yo, didn't lose. Yeah.
You showed some improvements, and like Mario said, if we got to a 12th round, I had him edging Dirrell out slightly, but I don't like how the fight ended. You know what I'm saying? I think if it ends like that, I don't know, man.
Can you ask you a question?
Oh,
This is
oh my god!
Oh my god! Here comes Ness. Go ahead, Ness.
Fucking Douglas, bro. Look, I had Sterling, Tanajara, and Dirrell, bro. I just needed that fucking Douglas. Oh man, I'd have been in Bali.
Oh, you going to Bali next, huh? You going to Bali next?
Oh damn! Okay.
Bali or Cuba this time. On the UK.
Can I ask a quick question though? With this performance, does this mean that Dirrell is just not as good as we think he is, or is Yildirim a lot better than we anticipated based on?
When was he good?
I think that's the.
No. When was he good? Let's be honest. When was he good? What's his best win? And they all have been ugly. Sakio Bika, everybody he fought, nothing was ever like nice. Nothing. Like I think when he first came back and they gave him I'm gonna go on his resume. They gave him a showbox fights to introduce him right after the cancer. But
he fought Dennis Douglas on PBC. I mean FS1 last year too. That was an ugly fight. They ended it in a technical decision too. And by the way,
was the better boxer and he was the bigger puncher. But man.
Yeah, look, he sparked Caleb Truax. That Sakio Bika was ugly. I
mean, he had a draw with Bika before that too, I think, right?
Yeah, he did. That was a rematch that he won. You're right.
And a lot of these guys already had tons of losses.
I don't even remember his fight to Badu Jack.
Yeah, he lost that. Yeah.
I don't remember though. Like I'm closing my eyes. I can't remember. I do remember the Marco Antonio Rubio because it was a lot of hate on him for going as many rounds as he did when Triple G just iced him a couple of months before.
Yeah, I remember covering that fight too.
Unfortunately, I'm not being disrespectful. Yeah, he can do it better than me because that's what most people resort to. Yeah, that's his profession. But amongst his, cohorts,
hey Al, go ahead and make Eubank versus a Dirrell.
It's gonna.
I think that'll be the ugliest fight. Though.
You think David?
Yes, that's who you need to get on him. Someone that's gonna force him to fight and make the fight, and maybe that'll help his counterpunching ability.
Yeah, but look, regardless, he and those scorecards were really weird. I was actually trying to pull it up to find out what it was. I don't know why it lagged me out. It was like 96-94.
Who was it? And it was like, don't watch none of those Michigan fighters because they all want to be like Floyd.
Oh man, I don't remember.
That's strange.
Yeah, but the one card that was for Yildirim was
96-94.
No, I thought it was way further than that.
Yeah, it was like 98-92.
Yeah, something like that. You're right, Mike.
On the quick headlines, because we talking about fights we didn't watch. Steven Ortiz had a fight Friday night and had a big win, bro. Dropped Joey Cuevas with a nice, beautiful check left hook. And he keeps moving up the rankings, man. I hope that he gets picked up, gets a nice little deal with Golden Boy, Top Rank, somebody. His trainer obviously is Chino Rivas. Who trains Jason Sosa and Tevin Farmer. So, he's got connections to all those worlds, whether it be Top Rank, Golden Boy, or Dazn. So hopefully they get him on TV soon, man. He's looking good. Better and better, too, man. Shout out to social media, bro. God damn, we wouldn't get to see half of the things that we see now without it, bro. I'm serious.
And big ups
I
to
agree. I saw those highlights. He looked really good, that knockout. So I think you can look on Twitter and Instagram if you're curious to see what Ness is talking about. But go ahead, Mike.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Jamal James beat Yanir Gonzalez. Yanir quit on his stool like in between rounds, or the doctor waited or something happened like that. But it was a nice performance from Jamal. He was using his range, letting the guy come in, catching him coming in, and also he was using his jab nicely. And he called out your boy. He said, "Hey, if I'm number 3 in the WBA, Keith Thurman, where my belt at?" So we'll see if Keith Thurman hears him or ignores him, because we all know that Keith is over in somewhere on a nice vacation, having some family time right now. So he's probably not worried about boxing right now.
Now, with that being said, did they ever show FA fight on FS1?
Did he fight last night?
Nah,
dropping
FA. You're saying the wrong FA.
Oh, well, no, I know, no. I'm talking about the other one, Apochi.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just for.
I didn't see. Yeah, I didn't see it.
Dropping the ball again. I looked at his box rec not too long ago and saw a knockout. I'm like, when did this happen? So once again, another time we could have saw a fight.
Now maybe during I don't think so. I was gonna say maybe during the broadcast and I missed it. They showed the highlight. But same thing happened with you, Ron, happened with me. I actually felt it was like towards the end and we like all like started ignoring the fight. So I came back and rewound it. But yeah, I don't remember seeing it. But
also Yeltsin,
they could have showed that 1 round knockout real quick.
Yeltsin Rosario defeated Marcos Hernandez by I think the 8th round knockout, somewhere around there. Those guys were doing a rematch from a draw that they had, and early on Hector looked. I mean, he looked damn good. I mean Marcos looked very good early on, but Rosario just started wearing him down. And for y'all who think Marcos Hernandez's name sounds familiar, he was on the Contender this year, and I believe he got put out by I can't remember the guy's name, but the guy from Louisiana, right? But anyway, yeah, he was doing good early on, but Rosario called him in the 8th round.
Shout out to that. He had a parlay on Marcos just in case my madman would have came through.
Yeah, but he got knocked out. So,
look,
but the guy was from your country land though.
Dominican though, like, because I wasn't.
Yeah, he was Dominican.
That dude, I never even heard of him. So, like, you know,
that was the one fight that I knew dude wasn't gonna win.
But you know what I want to talk about? You know, I want to talk about Money Powell the Fourth.
Money Powell, baby.
Money Powell the Fourth. Yes, I'm gonna hype this up, man.
He wasn't even on the betting lines. That was crazy.
I know. I forgot he was fighting.
For good reasons. For
that
good
kid
reasons.
Is still growing though, bro. He is growing.
I forgot he was fighting until Instagram.
And he's fighting at 168 last night. Kid's getting big, and he's got a good personality. And he got that like youthfulness to him. You know what I'm saying? Like one of those guys that just loves being out there, you know what I'm saying? And I'm think if he keeps going the way he's going, he's going to be a big star, man. Very big
and
star.
for many people who don't know Money Powell, you know, you can find pretty much all his fights, I believe, on the internet, on YouTube. But he's definitely one of the new age fighters that's using social media. But he backs it up. Tons of sparring sessions with, like, I think the Charlos and other prospects. So he's definitely seasoned. And from that point,
his IG is crazy.
He's fought overseas in the UK and coming back, you know, to the United States. And I think this is his first like TV televised. Yo, his body work in that fight was A1.
Y'all saw it?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
You can
That's
see
what's
that on FS. I would have been pissed. if they
Oh,
didn't
good.
put
I'll
that
rewind
fight
it
on
and go
TV.
back and see.
So I'm very happy to see him, and I think that they should televise him more because, like Mike was saying, his personality is definitely meant to be on TV, and he definitely got a very great performance knockout. And he showed levels in there when you can move, you can box, he can punch, go to the body, set up combinations. So this is definitely how old is he, Mike? He's like 21.
Man, he's young, bro. Like, he's like
Yeah, he's
maybe
very young.
19, 20. Like he's not old at all. And a big ups to Dante's Boxing Nation, man. He put me on Money Powell like a couple years ago, man. The kid has been growing ever since, and very impressive, man. Like you said, the body work to be that young and know that investing in the body is going to lead to that beautiful knockout that he had last night with a straight right. And the guy was on. He didn't know where he was. Try to get up and fell back down. So big ups to Money Powell, man. I hope you got your piece of that last night.
Yeah, and then I think that was primarily the card, right?
Yeah, that's about
Yeah,
it.
that's it. We got the DAZN card, man. The upset of the fucking year, maybe.
Just start playing crows.
Let me tell you something. I know in retrospect it doesn't sound good, but like I really thought about laying something on Humberto just because he was a plus 4,500.
Oh my goodness.
Plus 4,500. I even put dollars in the thing to see how much $1 and $2 and then I just couldn't convince myself, especially after weigh-in pics of the little comb over ball spot. But I swear to God, he gave me inspiration. I can't wait for Border Wars. I want some action. That old man, bro, he was killing. He was
fucking him up.
He was killing Rios with that left hook, bro. From opening bell, he realized that left hook could land. He was faster than Rios, and he's just better. Like technically better. His combinations are better. I mean, the only thing that it was an issue was that he's old and he slowed down in the later rounds. He stood on the ropes a little longer, but bro, he won that fight, and he really won that fight. That's what's crazy, bro.
And can
he was landing.
Can I paint this one picture? I want people to just realize because I think at this point he was boxing guys like Kevin Kelly and Eric Morales and like Barrera, like. He was around that time boxing Kevin Kelly.
Wins now. And he win from having 70 wins.
Bro, he's been.
And it wasn't like he was
long.
Like Floyd Mayweather, like picking shots and dancing around the ring. He was in wars. He's been in wars.
Let's be honest though, man. That boy Rios was there to be hit last night.
No, and I was gonna say that was just as much about Brandon Rios as it was Humberto. So I will say, look, when I don't even want to hear nobody say you ever done it. You ever been in the ring?
But my God, man, come on, man.
Yo, he was getting hit with that left hook, like in slow motion at times. That shit was coming out here. Oh shit, my bad. That shit was coming out here. He did not give two fucks. He was just getting hit with it. It was getting hit with it in combos. He was getting hit with it with one shot. He was getting hit with it in slow motion. He was getting hit it from a 62-year-old man.
Bro, I saw Rios.
Let me just say, is Rios just not good? Like once upon a time, we believed he was so good because of the Anthony Peterson fight, and he showed more dog because he didn't complain to the ref, and he got hit with repeated old blows. And then the Top Rank diet kicked in. They got him the right fights. He won them, but he was always struggling to make weight. He was always missing weight, and we always told ourselves it's because of that. He moved up. His body never changed. His way of life never changed. But I'm sorry, the best he's looked was when he wasn't with Robert Garcia. Like he went back to Robert and then he's back fluffy and weird looking. Like when Robert refused to train him and he was forced to go somewhere else, I feel like he had more to prove to the other trainer because one trainer was already saying, no, it's time for this guy to retire. I think when Robert took him back, I don't know, mentally he settled because it's like you guys say, they both were fat in there, bro. Like they both were real sloppy and jiggly. But for real,
he had the old man body though. Know what I'm saying?
That's what I was gonna say.
Humberto.
I think
so. He wasn't just like fat out of shape. Now Rios came in like you said,
bad, bro.
Came in fluffy.
Rios had rolls on the side. Like I don't even got that no more.
Sad thing for Rios is this. I just want to get this out, bro. Like he's been with plenty promoters, plenty people. Dazn is the first first people to take him down to fucking Mexico. Give him a straight up home. Like how many dudes want to fight in Mexico, bro? Like
I know
Mexicans that are on U.S. television would love to go back there and do that. And it's never really been done. We've never seen it. And this guy gets a setup. I thought they dusted Humberto Soto off somewhere. Like, I can't believe Rios, man. He really let me down with this.
I just remember,
and that was with Zanford Promotions too. So it's not like just like he was like you were saying to add more to it. He was getting the Mexican push. He was a headline. Granted, the fact that we felt that this fight probably didn't lead nowhere, quote unquote, because there was nothing on the line. But he had his own main event.
Well, I think there were people
traveled out there for this. Like,
I think there were people ready to put him in tough in his next fight if he, assuming he was going to win this.
The rumor was Josh Kelly,
Josh Kelly. Yep.
Eason fight was still supposed to happen, but this was supposed to be Josh Kelly's U.S. debut. And it may still be because, again, a name is a name, and I'm sure this guy's under contract for at least one more fight.
And now we are a podcast, so we can say, you know what I'm saying, kind of these kind of things. But Dazn commentary last night, man, you guys can't be calling these guys old and cab drivers and all this kind of shit when they fighting in the ring, man. Come on, man.
Saying
if it's Sergio Mora, then yeah, he got the right. He's a fighter. He knows. But I mean, they was calling Humberto Soto. I ain't hear them call Soto and Rios a cab driver.
Yeah, I didn't hear that. But I honestly, I wasn't really listening to the.
They would have said that about them, bro. Did they say it about them?
I mean, they're both former champions, man.
Did they say that?
Look.
Why is Mike now all of a sudden? Oh, I'm not gonna say it then.
Yo, he said, "Dude, this is a podcast. We can say whatever." But now,
hey, but these, come on, man.
You just said.
I'm just saying they got to be more respectful, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I feel that. Listen, I think that Brandon Rios at this point, honestly, if you can't beat a 79-year-old Humberto Soto, like, you just got to throw it in, bro. Like, I would never tell, like I said, look, I've said this before. I would never tell a man when to hang it up. I don't give a shit if you're Roy Jones. I don't give a shit if you're the new prospect on the block, 18 years old. Never tell a man when to hang it up. But goddamn, you need to hang it up. If you cannot beat somebody older than my dad, you need to fucking hang it up, bro.
Boxing, and I mean, Gabe Rosado got 11, Orlando Salido got like 13. Like,
nah, you're right. And it's that same. You're right. It's that same kind of.
He could be rinse repeat, and yeah, we'll know that every other fight he's losing, but there's still that barometer factor in a young prospect. It's like, can this young prospect, for instance, I don't know, name a welterweight on the up. Can Jamal James beat this guy? How good did you see Jamal James last night? You know what I mean?
I mean, how much better can Josh Kelly do than Soto? The level difference. I mean,
it would be fun to find out.
But
I don't know how it'll be. I'm just saying the business of boxing indicates that this guy won't be gone. It could, though, because it's a 50-50 thing, right? It's like maybe the family says, come on, bro, you didn't beat Humberto Soto, hang it up. And maybe they don't. Maybe they're like, look, bro, you got one more fight, man. Go out there on your last, you can do it. Another reason to get back on the saddle. It's like, you got one more. Come on, man. Don't go out on a loss. I mean, who knows how these warriors think?
One thing for show last night, Humberto gave a lot of old people hope.
I'm telling you, boy.
Inspiration. I'm telling you, man.
I'm ready.
So, all 64-year-olds stand up.
I seen that comb over and I was like, man, he need to go ahead and retire. And then I started working in the ring. I'm like, man, this man out of control. I said, how is he doing all these punches, bro?
He was just like, and he had a little burst, then he'd chill out.
Combination. He was throwing
a burst,
combination.
He'd chill out.
Yo, y'all remember that part in Coming to America when they're talking about Joe Frazier and when he beat Ali and he's like, Joe Frazier came out of the retirement. He was 170 years old. Yo, that's gonna be how we're gonna talk about fucking Humberto Soto after last night. But
this is my whole thing, and I feel like the boxing elitist was gonna be like, "Yo, this fight, we should never have this fight." Yo, I'm gonna just say this as like for what it is. I enjoy the fight because this is the beauty of boxing. You got the story of this guy who many people counted him out, and he won. And at that point, that's boxing to a degree. Yep. So that's a beautiful.
No,
thing.
that's a great point. That's a great point.
If I'm Rios, I run it back. That's what Gotti and Ward.
Oh, that would be good.
That's what Gotti Ward was built on. That's what they known for. Like, you think Gotti Ward? No one says, man, them dudes had 13 losses apiece. Nah. Oh, that was a great fight. So, I mean, Rios need to do that because he can even try to get Eddie to bring Mike Alvarado because Mike Alvarado is secretly having a couple of fights out there.
That's a good point. Yeah, I like that. Yo, Vasquez Marquez fought 17 times. Why can't these men fight in a rematch?
Exactly. What did the dude Rafael Vasquez for like 4 or 5 times?
Yeah, he fought Vasquez and Marquez. They fought 4 times, really. But 4 or 5? 5.
Can I bring this up real quick? Because the only thing that does concern me about Brandon Rios, and I'm not a doctor, so I don't know this, but it just seems that his speech impediment is just you kind of want to be a little
maybe
concerned
just stutter, man. Don't
You're
don't
right,
pick on the
right. But it's
people,
been like that though too. That's what concerns me.
Don't pick on the stuttering people, man. Come on, man. Let him live, homie. I'm
it's that real nasally talk though. It's not even the stuttering as much. It's that nasal.
1-800 call Mike. Goddamn it, we gonna get it right. That's my damn slogan. 1-800 call Mike. We're gonna get it right. Yes, sir.
Yo, everybody got to remember. Look, I was looking up that Anthony Peterson fight. All right, when Brandon Rios won that fight, y'all got to remember he fought Miguel Acosta after 2 fights later and had a war. He fought Urbano Antillon next and had a war. Okay, like and even the Peterson fight was a tough fight. Richard April, same thing. Mike Alvarado twice back to back. Pacquiao just beat the shit out of him. Diego Chavez, Mike Alvarado again. Like,
all right, man. Look here,
and
man.
the Danny Garcia knockout too. And the Danny Garcia knockout, man.
Thank you. Yes.
Big ups to Humberto and shit like that. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on. Hector Tanajara, yo boy.
Damn, butcher.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, we were butchering the shit out of his name on Friday, so I ain't even gonna hate Mike. I ain't gonna hate on Mike. I butchered his name so bad.
It cannot be Tanajara, whatever he said. That should sound like
Tanajara.
You got a J in that motherfucking shit. Jason or something?
Tanajara.
You didn't even try.
Man.
You didn't even try.
No, that's not even hard.
Tanajara. Yeah, that's
Tanajara. Hector
Tanajara. All right, man. Yeah, Hector. Defeats Ivan Delgado by 4th round technical decision from a cut. Another cut that ended in a 4-round decision, man. I didn't see that fight, so you guys can go ahead and dive in on it.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, I only saw the Instagram that they put out. That was it.
How do you not watch your guy? Your guy
Mario,
was bigging up all week.
Mario, we fighting. Mario, we fighting.
I know. Well, because what happened? There were so many fucking fights on last night. Like by the top, because we watched the DAZN first before we went back and watched the other one. So like people showed up, they were like, "Man, just let it play. I don't want to fucking be up till 3 in the morning watching Showtime." So I was like, "All right, fine." And I meant to go back and watch it. I just forgot.
Yo, let me open up the lines real quick. We got an alumni calling in after many, many years. Mr. Salazar, what it do?
Nestor Gibbs, what up?
What up, brother? How you been? How's this weekend of fights treating you?
I mean, wasn't that great, but you know, I'm getting that itch to talk boxing again. I miss you guys. I miss the show. I see TBV doing big things, bro. You know me watching on the sidelines. I've never been a hater, but yo, you guys are doing your thing, man. Good shit, man.
Wait, is this Vic?
What other Salazar you know?
What the fuck? Yo, what up, bro?
What up? What is good, man? Nah, man, listen, Ness hit me up the other day, right? And he was asking for somebody's number, and then I was like, yo, man,
Key fight it. Key fight it.
Yeah. He asked me for Keith's phone number, and I was like, yo, y'all killing the game. I missed this shit. And you know what? I hit him up today. I was like, yo, I miss talking boxing, bro. I've been away from the game for a minute, but fuck. TBV, bro. See, I'm always TBV fan. I still got the fucking I still got the banner up in my fucking condo, bro. We still TBV to this day, bro.
Bro, didn't you get that tattoo, right? That TBV tattoo on the shoulder?
Yeah, it's like the Brahma Bull that the Rock has. Yeah,
bro, what you think about Humberto Soto getting that upset, man? We are over here flipping out because this guy was a plus 4,500 and no one thought to drop some money on Humberto Soto because of the comb over. We just thought he was someone's grandfather at this point.
I did, though. I put 100 on him, bro.
No way.
Why are you lying?
You stunting, bro.
I ain't lying. I'm not lying. Yo.
Put up the betting slip, Floyd.
That's right. He's in New Jersey. That's right.
I know. I was like, he could have.
Legal here, baby. It's legal here.
Bro, you really put 100 on Humberto Soto?
Bro, Brandon Rios is fat, and Robert Garcia lets him do whatever he wants. Come on, y'all should know better than this.
Yo, I just said
put this dude on the betting show, Nuss. What the hell? Bring him back to the betting show. We need him.
Bruh, so wait, you got it at +4. You use FanDuel?
I had DraftKings. It was 350. It was plus 350.
That's still good. Oh, not damn. That's crazy. Only
it was
plus
good.
350.
It was good.
I didn't even know.
Plus 350? That ain't shit.
I didn't even know
It's
DraftKings
paying for my
used it.
flight to Dallas. It's paying for my flight to Dallas.
No, hell yeah, man. Hell.
Oh, so you going to Border Wars to watch me fight then?
Bro, we gonna actually, we got to do our show a week in advance because of that. Because we in Dallas, we ain't gonna be able to bet. Well, I mean, Some of y'all use 5 dimes.
Well, you could tell someone in Jersey to place the bet for you. That's what I do when I'm away.
Yeah, that becomes a little difficult for me though, because I like making a lot of bets.
You gotta trust someone with your money. You know that's hard. I hear that, but my boy Dre, remember Dre from Toe to Toe Topics? He's got me when I'm away. He's always betting shit for me. But yeah, I had Soto, bro. Come on, bro. Brandon Rios shot, bro. Even though Soto shot too, but Brandon Rios fat, bro. Like Robert Garcia lets him do whatever he wants, bro. Like it's insane. I love.
Bro,
Robert
that's
Garcia.
the pick of the year, son. I would never ever bet 100. Let alone on Soto.
The pick of the year was Cano Linares. I should have bet that. That shit was crazy.
I know. That was crazy. And Paulie fucking told me, but he ain't think it was gonna be a knockout like that. Like, yo, that was crazy though. I didn't expect that. But Paulie did tell me in the interview right before today, how hard Cano punches and he could shock Linares. So what other upsets you picked this weekend? What other upsets you picked?
It was all other sports. You know, I know you don't like other sports, so
still don't.
I had the Rockets. You know what I'm saying? Plus 14. We good on that one too. But let me ask you something.
Man, hold on. You had the Rockets plus 14 with no James Harden. What the fuck? Come on, man. You out here gambling.
Yeah, yo, it was good odds. Yeah, and they won by 8. We living, baby. You gotta live on the wild side a little bit.
Yo, Mike already lives on the wild side. You hear some of his bets, bro. He on the wild side. What's up? Talk to me.
Ness, how come you ain't fucking fuck up that bouncer, bro?
Man,
you should have fucking bodied him,
bruh. I wasn't gonna do shit. Even when I attempted, the whole fucking MSG went to the barricade, man. I'm good. I need to keep eating.
Nah, you should. I mean, I respect
it's me and Neil. Me and Neil in Border Wars, bro. Spencer Fearon hit me up. He looking for him. He said he don't like that. He said, "Yo, how you let that security guard do that to you, man? I don't like that shit. He can't do that to black people." Spence gonna get his ass. Spence gonna get his ass for me.
Yo,
he tried to call me and everything. I'm like, bro, I'm on the phone. Go ahead.
What you think about that Fury deal, bro? I don't like it, man.
Oh man, that hurt my feelings, bro. That news hurt all our feelings. I think. I mean, we wanted this rematch, and it just doesn't look like it's gonna happen. I mean, I see some new headlines about Wilder talking about he's entertaining them offers. We'll see.
I mean, I don't know, bro.
We got you on the line. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about Gennady Golovkin possibly signing with
that's
Dazn?
guy too. He used to love Triple G. What's up with this new deal? That guy got
where that money at, man. Where that money at?
How he get equity over Canelo? That's
cool. They say 3 fights guaranteed, could rise to 6, 10 million plus for the return fight in spring, 30 million plus for a potential Canelo fight trilogy. Dazn dates for his
money
promotional company, and he gets equity in Dazn. So he got all kind of shit going on.
I mean, yo, good for Triple G. I mean, I don't know who worked that deal out for him. It wasn't Tom. Whoever's in his family that's doing this shit is amazing because he's got equity in Dazn. Like if Dazn wins, he wins. On top of that, he gonna fight a bum for one of those fights. The next fight will probably be Canelo, which I don't think is maybe it won't be Canelo, but it's definitely Canelo, Andrade, and then a bum. Those are the 3 fights that Triple G is gonna get, from what I've been told.
Man, so, he fight Andrade before Canelo. That shit might be over.
I think it's gonna depend on the Jacobs fight, though.
That's risky too, man. Fighting Andrade, but Andrade's breaking down, man.
But Andrade needs a big fight too.
He do.
You know, Andrade needs a big fight, and they're not gonna put Canelo in with Andrade. I mean, I don't think they will.
And if Golovkin's smart, he would take the Andrade fight so he can have a belt when he go see Canelo this way. It means more. It'll be for a true undisputed because Canelo's going to be getting the IBF.
Yeah,
and then
all the belts.
He could bring the WBO.
Y'all being disrespectful to Jacobs.
Well, I mean,
man.
Vegas knows he's got to knock out Canelo. It's a lot.
Right. Well, hold on. To be fair, they're all on fucking Dazn, so it don't matter what happens. Dazn winning.
True.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think they're rooting for Andrade to beat any of them.
As long as people subscribe. The thing is, yo, that 10-pound little rehydration shit is whack. But
man, that's Canelo. No. When it's for a unified, then that goes out the window. But Canelo brought it back in.
No. I talked to Rozier. The IBF thing is normal. Like that.
No, it's normal. But when they're unifying titles, that goes out the window.
What you say, Vic?
Hey, when it's a unified championship match, it doesn't matter. There is no rehydration clause.
Thank you.
And even so, after Triple G and Danny Jacobs fought, that whole shit happened, the IBF kind of threw that out the window anyway. But now that it's for 3 belts, it doesn't even matter. So that's just Canelo, using his
Canelo to get that. Yeah.
That's that A side. That's that A side.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Going to do it to Jacobs. I mean, this is what he does.
That's what he does. I mean, I think it's a good fight. I mean, solid. You're gonna pay $10 for it, all right, man?
Yeah, true. You can't beat that. But while you on the phone, get to some notes. AJ Miller pressing tomorrow. How you think Big Baby gonna be received over in England?
Wait. Who's winning? Who won that press conference in your eyes? Was it AJ with the "I'm the landlord" or was it Big Baby? Who you think got the upper hand?
He already know.
I think Big Baby. I think Big Baby got the upper hand, man.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Man, y'all tripping.
Big Baby.
Where you from again?
He from Patterson.
Listen.
East Coast nigga. Okay, I feel you.
Listen, y'all heard y'all heard both freestyles on Sway?
Yeah.
Both was garbage.
That shit was garbage, bro. That was garbage.
Both was trash.
Yeah, I didn't like both of them.
Hard. I mean, you didn't like both of them?
No, man. Miller started strong with the written, but then you can tell he was going off the dome after.
With the written, why everybody keeps saying it's written? Because it
you can tell he was starting out written, and then he was like,
more than once.
I gotta go with the freestyle now, man. You know he was freestyling after.
Man, because I've been seeing everybody talking about, yo, that was written. It was just the beat. Yo, Sway gave him a better beat because he from Brooklyn. They gave him a Brooklyn beat. It was the beat.
Nah, that shit was written, bro.
Yo, Mario was the rapper, right? So Mario could
I can tell you that was way too many.
Listen, nothing in them bars indicated that it was written. His punchline, he fucks up every punchline. We could go back and listen to it. He said one of his punchline ends in envy when it makes absolutely no sense. And then I could mention a punchline after punchline.
That's when he started freestyling, though.
Well, that's when he started freestyling. He started out.
I think he had more. Yeah,
after.
Ron's right.
He had that beat. I'm telling you right now, he got
the only reason AJ bars. The only reason people don't like AJ bars is because he already set the bar so high with his previous raps. You know what I'm saying? Like his previous raps.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point, Mike. Listen, Miller had a whole fucking 24 bars, 40 bars and running. He just forgot that shit. He forgot it. So he started freestyling it.
And he had the flow. I'll give him props. He came with the flow. He had the flow going in the beginning, but then
that's why they changed the beat and he was still on point, killing it. Y'all mad? They mad at Big Baby.
Yeah, what was he killing? People's ears?
Bro,
yo,
come on, man.
AJ sounded like Trump. AJ sounded like Trump last week when he was doing a high pitch. So AJ was trash, bro.
I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Ain't no better rapper and boxer out there better than AB. AB killing niggas.
Man, but AB
killing niggas.
AB too good. You got to take him serious. And then, like, when you compare it to serious rappers, he's not on that level.
Very well said. Very well said.
Exactly. Yep.
See,
listen,
like
the
my
best
man,
the best rapper in boxing is Mario Munguia.
My man.
Yeah,
you gotta play that shit back. You gotta play.
Yo, he just killed the new listener. You
talking about R&B?
Yeah, R&B ain't never come back after that one and shit.
We got some more news. Deontay Wilder is open to listen to offers from other networks. He said he out here, man. He a free
Yeah, I
agent.
don't believe that shit. I mean, I believe it, but I don't believe that anything is gonna come from it. Like, I just don't see. I want to. I want to see a world where, you know, he just says fuck it and he does sign a deal like Triple G and Tyson Fury and fights on ESPN, but I don't think it makes any sense.
I bet the maximum deal he would sign is a 2-fight deal.
Yeah, 2-fight deal would be smart.
You know. Yes, you know who Al's 3 big guys are, right? It's fucking Deontay. It's
Earl.
Mikey. Al's not letting it go. Yeah. He's not letting any 3 of those go. Never. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah. The issue is if you're Deontay Wilder, how do you continue to stand by and allow people to get these huge?
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on though. Let me give you a wrench real quick.
I heard what Keith Idec said, and I
Keith.
backroom deals and all that we don't know. But to a man, his ego is bruised. He keeps the world thinking that he's less than what he is.
I got something for you though. I talked to Jack earlier. He was at the fight for Eubank and Degale, and he said the turnout was packed, sold out, not an empty seat in there. So if Al can duplicate that with Deontay maybe over there with Dillian White, that can lead to some more money for Deontay. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I hear all that, but we don't know did anything come of the Dillian White. That's just Deontay Wilder fans being very optimistic. Dillian White did an interview on IFL with Coogan and Eddie, in front of Eddie, where he said, "I ain't going nowhere. You know, stop being scared, all that good shit." So, you know, we can stop dreaming, bro. Like, it's time for them to do something. I know that. They better do something because it ain't looking good for the home team.
Also, the WB.
It shouldn't what?
Because it should have, because when this fight, you know, I was at the fight in November, and then when I came back home, Deontay was on every radio show in New York imaginable. Like, they promoted this shit hardcore, and to me, the iron was hot already. Like, I don't know how it's gonna get hotter. Like, what's Top Rank gonna do for Fury? Like, it was already hot. Like, how are they gonna make it hotter?
I don't think they have any intentions of making it hotter unless Deontay signs to ESPN, because that's the thing. Like, for Fury's good. You're on the biggest network. I mean, fuck, bro. When I seen that Crawford could do 3.6 million with David Benavidez or whoever Benavidez, I'm like,
just
whoa.
imagine.
I'm like, whoa, that's what a heavyweight's gonna do there, bro. Like, come on, man. I mean, so Tyson, he's good, and Bob has the money.
Yeah,
look,
you think Top Rank will release pay-per-view numbers for Crawford?
No, but neither is the Zone. Neither is the Zone, though. But neither is the Zone. So why do they need to?
The Zone don't have pay-per-view though. The Zone don't have pay-per-view.
But the Zone ain't releasing viewership. Period. They're not releasing viewership. Period. I spoke to Joe McCloskey, and he said that they're a private company, so they don't have to release until their shares go public. They're doing nothing.
Exactly.
That's true. But at the end of the day, like, Crawford, Tom, whatever, they getting paid whatever. You know what I'm saying? Crawford will get what? Fucking $7 or $8 million.
I'm gonna give you a quote from Tyson Fury. He said he wasn't sure that the Deontay rematch is next. And he's gonna tell he's gonna insist that he's gonna insist that Frank Warren, Bob Arum, and MTK make the fight happen. After that, he wants to give. Dillian White a shot.
Bob already said that there's nothing special about the May date, and Deontay already said he's fighting in May. So, like, we can see it's not gonna happen. Deontay's gonna fight Brazil or somebody in May.
Yes, you talk to Keith though. You talk to Keith about this or no?
Keith Idec? Yeah. He says he still feels it'll happen. He says he still feels it'll happen, but he's unsure that it'll happen next.
Yes, because what Keith wrote on Boxing Scene was Tyson Fury first fight has to be on ESPN, and it's probably not going to be Wilder.
Yeah.
So that means the rematch isn't next. It's not next.
But he also said, and you know that he's really close to PBC. He also said that if you're Al Heyman, when Deontay Wilder comes to you and says, bro, I was supposed to make $20 million to fight Fury. Now you want me to go fight Brazil for 5?
Bro, but listen, y'all are missing the point here. Keith wrote in that story that Wilder had a 5-fight deal come from ESPN. 2 of those fights were going to happen before they even made Fury. Possibly 3. He was going to fight some bum.
Yeah, the deal.
Then ESPN pay-per-view.
Oh, you're absolutely
right. They ain't even going to make this fight this year. I hope they do, but I don't think. And Keith started laying out rules out for AJ.
No. The article was clear that there was no guarantee when that fight was going to happen, but there was a guarantee it was going to happen in the deal.
That it was.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think it wasn't going to happen until the 3rd, possibly 4th fight in this deal.
But the way that they worded it, like if I'm Wilder, I at least want to know what's going on. They said, yo, you get your first fight on ESPN Plus. That's going to be ridiculously handsome because their budget is better. Then you get another fight on ESPN. So it's
pay-per-view, they said.
I mean, if you're Wilder, no, you don't want to be on anything ESPN Plus. But I mean, if you blow someone away, you're gonna get replays, you know, and you're gonna get like Sports Center and highlights. So I don't know, man. He's gonna take a look at this deal. I hope that he really does, that they really, you know, I want them to counter offer. Why 5? Why not make it a 3-fight deal?
Agreed.
But he did that already though. The fight made news. The fight was on every sports channel I could think of. So, yeah, I watch every sport. You know me, Ness. I watch fucking anything. It was on everything. I listened to sports radio.
Vic,
he was on every
in true Vic
radio.
fashion. Vic fashion, my man underwater like back in the day. Vic, man, get that shit together, man. You got to get that Ethernet cable. But listen, we're going to get and open up these phone lines.
Let me get to these quick notes right quick.
Hey, shout out, Vic. Thank you
thanks for calling in. But
thank you for calling in, brother.
That connection together. That was like the 2nd time there.
Ryan Garcia will face Jose Lopez.
Never heard.
March 30, Fantasy Springs, California. Also,
Lopez. So you just gonna gloss over Ryan Garcia? I mean, he's like a star, right? Or
no, I heard
you said you're trying to get to the callers, bro. I'm just trying to get to some news and notes. You want to break it down or what? What's up?
Don't worry. Just because Vic called in, I see you getting nervous. Chill.
Yo, Mike, don't let him.
He's
Mike,
so stupid.
You better. I heard Ryan Garcia had some Twitter fingers though.
When Vic was talking, he called.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He don't want to fight Rolly.
Bro, you gonna say you ain't do what AJ did when Vic was talking? You put your hand in your palm, close your eyes, and everything like Big Baby at the presser. I mean AJ at the presser, right?
No.
Does he like his rap?
Hey, call me the AJ of this shit then.
Why
I ain't worried about no nigga.
Listen,
call me AJ of this shit, baby. I ain't worried about no nigga. You know
real
what
quick,
I'm
Jose Lopez has been in the ring with Jonathan Oquendo. All right, Orlando Cruz, Avery Sparrow. Okay. That's about it.
Sparrow beat him too, and Sparrow's 8 was.
And he beat Jonathan Oquendo.
But I'll tell you one thing though.
Oquendo.
Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia got added motivation, man, because I think he has a baby on his way. So congratulations.
Oh, wow.
But his Twitter, man, he was Twitter popping the other day, man.
Yeah, he's got a baby on the way, but he's going to court too. He said from his Twitter page anyway.
Also, we got Floyd Mayweather again, birthday today. Charles Martin's gonna fight Gregory Corbin on the card, and ESPN did away with the AJ and Miller appearances. Ron, do you have more information on it? I thought you were talking about it earlier.
The fact is, I think they had to sit down.
Man, all everything out there in the media has been nothing but this huge conspiracy. How allegedly ESPN must have had something against AJ because of the John Skipper used to work at fucking ESPN. And
who is John Skipper?
I don't know, the new guy over at Dazn. They're just trying to make a connection, bro. Listen,
why would they do that?
Still had his interview during that block of time. Who knows what really happened? But there's just a bunch of speculation that his interviews were somehow shut down because ESPN and DAZN are competitors, and that it just doesn't make any sense. Come on, bro.
It doesn't.
You
also
have to be a publication and promote, and I don't know, not promote, but I mean, get stars on because there's sports celebrities and you're a fucking sports channel.
And Canelo and Alvarez is not ruling out the possibility.
Ahead of ESPN, but I mean, again, I just don't know that ESPN went that far to say. But well, look, there is this as well, right? John did retire, not retire, but he went off like on sick leave. If I'm probably reading this wrong, I'm paraphrasing it wrong because I read it a few days ago. But like, if I'm not mistaken, the writer, it could have been Keith again, Idek from Boxing Scene. Where he says something like maybe John went on sick leave and then eventually never came back and now popped up on DAZN. But I'm sure that isn't the case either, right? Because like these big companies have non-compete clauses in their contract. I don't know, but I did read that. It's out there. Like you can Google it.
Okay. Canelo is not ruling out the possibility of going up to 175 and possibly taking on Kovalev.
I seen that. That would be a good cherry for him, and it would be a danger. Yeah.
Dangerous. It's dangerous. Okay,
good fight. Maybe not good cherry, but good fight.
No. For Canelo, I think Canelo takes Kovalev.
Yeah, I think
but cherry though. You think it's labeled as a cherry? Though?
Whoa, you're thinking that you're just gonna say that? You're crazy, bro.
Remember Gary that doesn't call in because he's still embarrassed about the Rosalo pick. I would go that ham. I would go that ham on Canelo versus Sergey Kovalev at the betting line too.
I bet he'd be a favorite though.
Canelo is probably one of the best active body punchers outside of Earl Spence in the game.
Yo, this is how much Andre. This is how much Ness has grown. Because I remember when he picked Ward. I mean, when he picked Dawson against Ward because he was moving up to light heavyweight. So now you're saying that Canelo moving up to light heavyweight.
Yeah, because Canelo's always fought at 174. Bro.
Wins.
When he was a welterweight, he was weighing in at 174 on Fight Night.
Yeah, that's fair.
And his body
Dawson
destroy Kovalev, guys. His body work would in combination in the pocket on Kovalev. He's gonna counter Kovalev to the body. Unlike Ward that had to, bully him. This dude's gonna be right there. He's gonna slip the right hand. Boom, 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 boom. 3 fucking body shots. I want to see it. I would love that fight.
I wouldn't call it a cherry. It would be a good match.
Call it cherry.
It would be good, interesting match, but not a cherry.
Listen,
it's dangerous though, bro.
Listen, we seen Kovalev and throughout his career, we've had to wonder, just like we was talking about Brandon Rios. Is he there? Did he train? Oh, is he listening to this guy? No, he's reinvented with Buddy McGirt. Let's tie in the Arturo Gatti story so it could have these guys relate more to rebuild it. I don't want to hear that rebuild shit. Show me a number of wins together. String a few good wins and go along. Like you just lost to El De La Alvarez when no one thought you would lose. So you won. All right. We thought you was gonna do that the last time. Yo, Canelo sleeps this dude by body shots.
And with being with Buddy McGirt, he's trying to be more of a boxer. He can't go in that match trying to outbox Canelo. He will get done the fuck up.
Once again, I like the fight. I just wouldn't call it a cherry. I would give Canelo all the props.
Look, maybe cherry's disrespectful, but that's how confident I am in Canelo, bro. Kovalev ain't letting to show me that he's fixed the situation with his stomach, bro. Nothing.
The reason why I said it because he would get the true recognition opposed to the Rocky Fielding fight.
Absolutely. I would go for Kovalev because, listen, if he's talking like this, he already floated 168. Maybe he's tired of making these weights. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, his fight with Jacobs is already signed. So I really don't get this statement other than A, being in the media, or B, really meaning this shit. So if he goes for Kovalev first, he's obviously always been A-side, but beating Kovalev and then, looking at Callum Smith for a unification in that division, right? Or is it that Callum?
Callum at 168, but Callum said he'll come out and face Kovalev too.
Yeah, he said he move up for Kovalev also.
Yep, definitely.
He's been willing to fight every big name because he needs signature win. He called out Triple G. He calling out Kovalev. He dying for Canelo. Like he waiting for an opportunity.
Listen, the only way that I would think that could be even remotely close to a cherry is you got to understand that Canelo's got so much business at 160 and above, slightly above, with the Jacobs of the world, Andrades, that he wouldn't fight Kovalev for another few years. And by then, we don't even know what Kovalev would be.
Canelo go get the fucking WBO belt at 175. Those belts don't define Canelo. He's way bigger than those belts.
Who's older, Triple G or Kovalev? What's more dangerous for Canelo in your eyes, Triple G or Kovalev? People thought Triple G beat him.
Kovalev
has those vulnerabilities that we know. Is he drinking alcohol this camp? Is he going to listen to Buddy McGirt? Can Canelo get him to the body? With Triple G, I think there's more of an...
How's that court shit going to affect him in camp?
At the same time, you remember, Canelo has data. He's fought Triple G 3 times. It would be 3 times technically. And Kovalev at a certain degree, I know that he lost to Andre Ward, but the first time, I thought Ward lost the first one. So granted, Kovalev has showed he's still consistent at the top level. Even when he loses, he still can come back and overcome adversity. So it's still an unknown because Canelo's never fought there. I think that's why it's interesting. It's just daring to be great to a degree because he's never been there. And that's where the whole, you're going from, 168 from Rocky Fielding to Kovalev at 175. And you haven't even got a clear win against Triple G, quote unquote, in 160. Like that's a lot, man. Like people still debate those Triple Gs.
And speaking of
Kovalev, I ain't nobody tell me Tanajara was fighting like an MS-13 dude or something. Y'all wow.
Yo, real quick, Kovalev is 35 and Golovkin's 36.
Gilberto Ramirez is back as champion at the WBO super middleweight champion, and
Kovalev
Yard is back at number 1 in the WBO. That means he could become Kovalev mandatory. So Yard could get that Kovalev fight before anybody. Also, Joshua Buatsi is at 15.
Canelo called for a Kovalev fight. That's what's happening. They'll pay step-aside money to make that shit happen.
Nah, that's him being in the media. And by the way, Sergey's 6 foot to Canelo's 5'8".
WBSS announced Regis Prograis and Relikh.
Canelo 5'8"? Well, how tall was Fielding though?
And Nico Donaire versus Zolani Tete on April 27th in the US.
Don't nobody care.
That's it. Yeah.
Hey, but watch this though. Ness is gonna be sitting there watching that Regis fight though, man.
That's gonna be a good ass fucking.
You gonna watch that Regis fight?
More interested in Regis dropping that tournament when he went on social media like, "Yo, y'all think I should drop?" I was like, "Hell yeah." Man, who the fuck gives a fuck about Kyle Relikh? Didn't Broner beat him up?
He want that belt, man. He want
that belt, bro. Can't hate on that.
But isn't that a dude Broner beat up like 4 years ago?
Is it?
Or just a dude that sound like a Broner beat him up?
I don't think Broner ever fought him, bro.
Ricky Burns beat him.
Yeah,
I think Ricky Burns.
Ricky Burns beat Relikh?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Who's the dude after?
But that was a long time ago, though.
Regis finna kill this nigga, man. What the fuck?
Man, who Broner for after Ashley Field?
No, I just know Regis finna murk this dude.
You say who did he fight after? Oh, he fought the no, it's before.
No, I'm confused.
Khabib. That was the fight he fought before.
Yeah, that's what I'm confusing Relikh with. I don't know who Relikh is then.
WBC gave Wilder Fury a new deadline. Holyfield thinks Deontay is the best at heavyweight, not Joshua. And Robert Garcia thinks Errol Spence is very good, but basic. Very good, but basic.
He's training Mikey.
Real quick, can I bring this up? The whole Gilberto Ramirez is back as the champion, to WBO super middleweight champion. So that means Anthony Yarde is now the number 1 high-ranked contender, and Billy Joe Saunders and his fight don't mean anything now because they're not fighting for that belt.
So does Billy Joe go fight Gilberto now?
Of course not.
Probably not.
He's got to drop out of his fight first.
No, beat him, and then like you be mandatory for like a Gilberto at 168. Right?
No, but there's Anthony Yarde there though.
Yard's at 175.
Oh yeah. My bad. Who's number 1 ranked? At 168.
That's what I'm saying. If Billy Joe wins,
you're right.
His next fight, then he'll probably be fighting a Gilberto because BT just got a partnership with ESPN, and Gilberto.
So is this for mandatory now?
It's on ESPN. It's probably going to be mandatory.
So Billy Joe Saunders is fighting at the smaller Wembley Stadium portion on April 13th against a guy that we never heard of on BT for no title. Yeah, instead of the Demetrius Andrade fight that we all wanted him. Oh, come on, man. What the hell?
I've never seen more fighters than Warren and Fury that fight dudes I never heard of.
Warren find them niggas, bro. I don't know where Warren find these cats.
I said Warren and Fury. I meant to say Billy Joe and Fury. Them dudes, dudes I've never heard of Ever.
The promoter is Frank Warren, though. He
Ever.
do it for everybody, bro.
Never heard of those dudes, and somehow they get fights with these guys. Like they made Wolverine famous. They made Safari famous. They made
how I know him.
Famous dude. Piñeta. I never heard of these dudes, bro. Even Christian Hammer. I only know him because he fought Fury many years ago. Like never heard
of
him
Hammer because he fought fucking David Price. That's the only reason I know him.
All I know is Billy Joe Saunders, man. Get your ass in that Demetrius Andrade fight, man. Do not go to 168 again.
Bro.
I don't know this person,
though,
man.
Man, Billy Joe can't move up, man.
Billy Joe said he can't make 160 though. He said he can't do it no more.
No. He said he can, but you know he's got an opportunity for the 168 title, which he can't now. So you either got to fight that boy at 168, the champion, or just fight Demetrius Andrade, man.
What weight was this Tanajara fight? This kid is huge.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
He's so straight, bro. Like he looking like Earl from the fucking Orthodox side. He throws a lot of power, man.
Yo, listen, I remember seeing this kid when he was like 16, and I was like,
Robert too. He's with Robert, but he's
with Robert,
and he looks. When I remember when he first signed these kids, these are both out of Texas.
Yep,
his brother he signed, right?
Well, it wasn't his brother. It was his. It was a stablemate.
Glasses, right?
Yeah, the one with the glasses. What's his last name?
Franco.
Yeah,
If
Thomas
you're listening
Franco.
Right now on YouTube, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button so we can get more visible
Gabriel
on
Franco.
the YouTube platform, and we can get to more places and do more things and do more camps. Ron G trying to travel the world, man. Hey, ain't you going somewhere to see Joey Spencer or like something like that?
Oh, I think I might be going out to Joey Spencer's camp. He invited me out. But with that being said, this week we got Jack is the truth tomorrow. He's super excited, but he's going to be at the AJ
but
and
Jack
Miller
went to
press
bed
conference in the
at
UK.
8 o'clock.
Yo, I know. That's what I love about it, Mike, because
I'm gonna tell you something about Jack.
He
man.
comes out
he
and
his suit out, showed me his handkerchief.
With the flower inside
his
or whatever.
cufflinks, you know what I'm saying? He
Yo,
showed me
listen.
the socks he was wearing to the
No,
AJ press conference.
this is what I love about him, though. Yo, because when we wake up, then we get all this good shit. Yo, we wake up to all this good ass shit when he goes.
Oh yeah, man, Jack got to doing his thing, bro. Big ups to Jack, man. He was at the Chris Eubank all week. Went to the fight, covered the fight, and look here, man.
Interview with
TBV gonna be in the building, man. You people at the arena respect the goddamn Shield. TBV, we need backstage privileges, just like IFL. All right, homie, don't come with that shit. Talking about Jack can't get backstage.
Jack is the truth.
Jack
man.
is the truth. All the other niggas liars. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about?
Damn, OTKP said Jack rented a tuxedo for the AJ presser.
Hey, yo, he probably he's probably gonna be the flyest dude there. He's taking that fight. But
Bro, he is so excited about seeing AJ tomorrow.
I hope
he ain't quit talking about it.
I hope you guys can get to him because you know how Jack is all, oh no, Tony Bell, you said no. Oh shit, huge cut for Tanajara. That's crazy.
But this week also I'll be at the Clarissa Shields and
Hammer press efforts.
Hammer Danny Jacobs, and then I'll cover all of
So you on your Victor Salah? You on Wi-Fi today?
I'm finna say, nigga, is that my goddamn me? Is that my shit?
Oh,
yeah, you was
I didn't know that. I didn't hear nothing.
Of course,
I'll be
how would you hear?
I'm at Canelo Jacobs press conference. In addition to, I'm covering all
Canelo Jacobs
and Ortiz.
It's Wednesday, right?
Yep. And then I'll be going over. I'll get footage of Laura Ortiz throughout this week. So I'll go up and try to ask questions about AJ. Would you want to run that Hurd fight back? What do you think about the Wilder news? So I'll be out there all week, and they haven't even announced the undercards really for this Barclays fight.
Do you get to? Do they post the Patreon questions for you too?
Yeah,
can you do it?
Yeah. Just
okay, cool.
We could try to do Patreon, and then last, but
no, I wouldn't think I'm not saying like you need it, but I think that would be cool if we could.
Yeah,
it would just be a perk for Patreon, or at least the pre-pro guys.
Just pass them, and then lastly, without proper announcement, I got sources that Danny Garcia fight on April 20th might get moved to LA. So they probably won't be a clash in the New York.
What's going on with that thing, bro?
So the Granados, no, that makes sense though.
Oh no, it
And
makes perfect sense. But I'm saying is that they had that fight like
We
guaranteed
got Terrence
twice
Crawford out here
already.
training in the snow. He training in the snow for this fight.
So
He
I
on his
got
Rocky
people.
shit.
I got people
The
on the
Black
card
Rock.
telling me that they're gonna that fight is probably gonna.
That's the only time you use the Instagram is when you want to post Terrence Crawford shit.
Oh my
Yo,
God!
I'll trade him. I'll trade him his
Terrence
snow
Crawford,
for my Texas heat,
Dirrell.
bro. I'll trade him that snow for
What's
this
I supposed to
Texas
do?
gym I'm in.
Let me see what I've been posting, man. You trying to call me out like I'm some kind of
You only
fanboy.
posted
You know
Terrence
what I'm
Crawford
saying?
shit, man. I'm going out
I
to the club.
posted Money Pal.
Yo, that Mario
I
Mugia
posted
is training in 98
Anthony
degree weather.
Dirrell.
That'll shut him up.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Hey, Mike, we laughing at the same joke in the chat?
I know. No, I know why you mad because Keith ain't training. He over abroad and shit. He ain't doing that right now. Tell him to get his ass back in the ring.
Why would I be?
We want Keith.
Exactly.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
You want Keith. Ain't nobody calling out Crawford because don't nobody know him.
Any of you radio personalities think you want smoke?
3.6 million on him.
Call me Mr. Chimney. I want smoke.
I know Keith for getting beat up last fight.
Santiago in LA, talk to me, my friend. How you been? Damn, Border War
Santiago.
ain't without you, baby. But it's gonna be good, man. I hope you're training for June.
Yeah, man. Things have been rough the last 2 weeks. I lost my job. I had to go apply for relief at the relief office and everything. So I've been just here hitting the bricks and trying to submit as many applications as I can to get a call back.
Damn.
Keep grinding, big homie. Keep grinding, baby.
I'm sure you'll bounce back.
Yeah, man. So here's the hoping that my situation improves well enough to be able to even travel out to the next Border Wars. But you know, that's for another time. Let's get to the topics at hand. It's something because I remember it feels like a long time now since that fight between Degale and Badu Jack, and definitely at this point, Degale definitely should consider calling it a career because, like, he already said that if he can't beat a guy like Eubank, he should retire. Let's see if he stays true to his word because he's definitely not the same fighter he once was a while back. As for Eubanks, good win for him against a name opponent. I don't really know how far he can go at this point because his technique and his setups, his form just isn't that great. And against the top level guys in 168 and 160, I can see him putting on good fights, but definitely not being anybody that's in the elite level of the sport. So we'll see where he goes through from there. Kudos to Lee Selby. I was very surprised to see him moving up from 126 to 135 for his first fight back since the loss to Josh Warrington. Put on a good fight against Omar Douglas, a guy who was also coming up from 130 to 135. I honestly thought Omar was going to win just because he's the bigger guy, but Selby put on a good performance. Kudos to him. And PBC, man, Anthony Dirrell, Avni Yildirim. You could see how upset he was. You could definitely see how upset he was because he thought he got the TKO victory because they initially ruled it a cut caused by a punch. Then they changed it to a headbutt. And one judge actually had it 98-92 for Yildirim. So I have to be curious as to what they were favoring in that fight with the other two judges giving it 96-94 for Dirrell. Dirrell also looking at the end of his career, definitely has never looked good. I agree with you that I've always thought that Andre was the better brother of the two guys. It's going to be something. It was nice to see some of the old faces like Perella back in action. It was nice to see guys like Money and Austin there doing their thing. I look forward to seeing them more. And as for the zone card, Rios definitely needs to hang it up because I obviously thought that Humberto Soto was not there to be with him. And at 32, no shame, man. No shame in retiring.
Hey man, we got 360 people watching, but we only got 134 thumbs up, man. Come on, y'all. We've done that. Matter of fact, I'm about to go give me something to drink. I'm gonna come back and hopefully I'll be at 200 thumbs up. If not, I'm gonna have all you motherfuckers watching YouTube in Pelican fucking Bay.
Marcus, DC.
Yo, what's good, Boxing Voice, man? It's the good news in boxing, man. Yo, we had a good weekend of boxing. We got rid of one fighter, hopefully, in James Degale. Brandon Rios and what's going on, I heard they was banging it out, but, you know, how my thing goes, to those dudes that get by with those victories, you got to knock them out, man. So, like, I thought the Danny Garcia knockout was going to be enough for Brandon, but, like, I can't do this on a high level anymore. When you was asking the question, was Bam Bam any good? When Bam Bam was at 135, man, they was talking about Broner better stay away from him. You know what I'm saying? At 135, this man was really dangerous, man. He had TNT in his hands. He had a nonstop and a pleasing fight. He ain't really start becoming like mediocre until he started fighting at 47, to be honest with you. But when he was at 35, I don't think anybody wanted that smoke with him, to be honest with you, like at all. I think he lost a rematch to Alvarado at 140. I don't think that was at 35. Selby, he got by. Omar Douglas, it showed he was just limited with his boxing ability. But I think the exciting thing, man, is Triple G finally made the decision. He's gonna be on the zone. I'm not convinced that Demetrius Andre can deal with Triple G. I've seen him really look pedestrian with Varnes, and I don't think Triple G. You know how the dudes say on the White Man, what was the movie with Damon Wayans? You trying to embarrass me on TV? I can see one of them dudes now hitting Triple G with something they ain't supposed to hit him with, and him just knocking him the fuck out. So, good weekend of boxing. Joe Joyce is a little wild. Somebody who go down the middle. I'd like to see him fight Dominic Brazil. I think both of them having late starts, a little bit flawed style. I think the winner of that fight, I think it'd be more telling than with Bermane Stiverne. Bermane was swinging some heat, but I need to see somebody who's more of a technical fighter, not to say Brazil is such a technical fighter, but I need to see those two dudes fight for real, rather than see Wilder fight him. I might even rather see Wilder fight Dillian White over in the UK, to be honest with you, before I see him fight Dominic Brazil. I don't think Brazil got any smoke for him, but that's my call. TBV for life. DC in the building. Y'all know what it is. Hey, man, listen, when y'all going on the call, man, when y'all on the call, why don't y'all just turn on YouTube, hit the thumbs up, and then close YouTube and just stay on the call? I don't know what's up with y'all, man.
My man.
Man, we at 150, man. I wanted 200, but I'm back. We ain't got 200. You know what I'm back? What's going on, y'all?
Stop, Mike. They hijacking, man. They hijacking, Mike.
Still in, man. Fucking still in plain sight.
YouTube or your little Xbox or whatever. Hit the thumbs up and then listen on Blog Talk, man. Or get off of Blog Talk and then go on YouTube and hit the thumbs up. Cut it out, man. Y'all cheating, man. Best podcast in not just the nation, man, in the world, man. We get worldwide attention, man. All types of boxers check us, man. So come on, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Boxing Voice, DC in the building. I'm out.
Great call, homie.
Gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you a young fella, and he comes from the Magnolia.
My nigga, what's the motherfucking deal, homie?
Ooh. What's good, family? You know what I'm saying? You know the call has been waiting to slide in on this motherfucker, you dig? A lot of boxing. We had a lot of action going down. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, bro, I'm sending it out there right now. R.I.P. Brandon Rios, you heard me? You know what I'm saying? A.K.A. punching bag with arms and legs, you dig? I'm tired of seeing this happening to our fighters, bro. When they fight way over the life expectancy in boxing, bro. And the dude already slurring, bro. He already like barely talking. And Robert Garcia, that was Mikey Garcia, he wouldn't let him fight that long in that condition, man. So I gotta check Robert Garcia as well, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of cool what's going down, bro, because after the Pacquiao fight, man, that man should have been retired, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know we like to see these fighters get a second chance, don't beat nobody and get a shot at the title like Khan and motherfucking Braun and shit like that. But man, look, these fighters gotta start proving they're at that elite level, then get a shot at the title, man. All this, you go and fight Joe Blow and knock about 2 of these tomato cans off, then you get another shot. That's why people getting punch drunk in this sport, man. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Dirrell. I feel like Dirrell. I feel like he won the fight. See,
Nope.
Dirrell whole problem, bro. You don't think so? You don't think Dirrell won the fight?
Nope.
Man, I don't know what you. I mean, dude had he had a high output or whatever, but I felt like Dirrell, he had the more meaningful shots in the fight to me. Like, I just felt like if I was to be either fighter, I'd rather be Dirrell in that fight. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you know, to each his own. But Dirrell just got to get that third gear, man. He got that first and the second, but he just never showed that third gear in the ring, and I think that's the whole problem why everybody think his brother better than him. You know what I'm saying? And as far as like Money Powell, shout out to Money Powell. You know what I'm saying? I've been following little youngster. He gonna be a nice little prospect out there. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to hold the line up. You dig? I know it's a big show. I ain't gonna lock it down. Go to the next card. I'm gonna boomerang back in.
Big ups
I would
and
still,
man. Big ups and O.
I would still fuck with Victor Ortiz, Brandon Rios at this point, just because of all the shit they got. But I agree with Eno though. Brandon Rios need to check himself at this point. There's Robert Garcia too.
Rios, man, great career, homie. Great career.
All right, let me get to Detroit's home.
Stainless.
Straight to the point for those with attention deficit. I'm so repetitive, so I gotta repeat. Stainless from the streets to the deep. I'm coming with that heat. All you need to know about me, I'm coming with that heat.
What up, though?
Ness, what's up? Mike, what's up? Manchester Mario, what's up?
What up?
Before I get into my you know what I'm saying?
Hold on, man. You can't forget my nigga Ron G out here putting in work, Stainless. What's up, big dog? Ron G on the panel, big dog.
Hold up, Mike. Hold up. Mike, you cut me off. You all wrong, bro. Before I get into my, you know what I'm saying, my talks of the boxing this weekend, I want to give a special shout out to Ron. Man, you came to New York, bro. You've been putting up footage like day in, day out. You went from the West Coast to the East Coast and never stopped putting up footage. I didn't even know you moved because you were still putting up so much footage. And I just want to say thank you for that, man. So special shout out to you personally from the Stainless, you know what I'm saying? Mike, that's cool with you. Mr. Cutoff Mike.
I appreciate all the love, man. I appreciate it 100%.
I do apologize, Stainless. I do apologize.
As Marcus from DC was just saying, man, you guys put in a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? You nationally recognized, and at this point you should be globally recognized too, man. You guys do a lot of work and we all benefit from it. I think during the betting show, there were fights that I didn't even know were happening this weekend that I found out about just from listening to the Boxing Voice. Because sometimes, you know what I'm saying, these promoters and these different streaming apps don't necessarily promote the way they need to. So we're not always getting full coverage on what fights are going on. I didn't see the Rios fight, but after I get off work tonight, I'm gonna go back and go rewatch that. As far as the give me my crow for fucking Omar Douglas losing to Lee Selby.
He had Rios too.
Thank you. If you made I had Rios. Give me crow for Rios too then. That's right, because I went with everything Joe had except I don't think any of us should be taking crow for Rios though. I think Rios need to take crow for Rios and take that crow and fly his ass home and don't come back out no more. Brandon Rios, Bam Bam, as he's been called, has been punch drunk long before the Danny Garcia fight. It's about time for that dude to retire. Andre Dirrell gave Anthony Dirrell style performance. As Ness alluded to, he's never really had some over the top fight that's made me think that he was a boxing elite. But I am happy to see him to regain regain the title. I don't know if he's going to retire or not, but it's something that he should definitely consider. This is becoming a young man's sport, and time is definitely catching up with Mr. Dirrell. For me, one of the bigger fights this week, I'm gonna go ahead and take my boomerang too, because I'm at work. One of the fights that I was looking forward to was Joe Joyce. I didn't get to see him fight when Wilder fought Fury. I wasn't really impressed though. Like he's got like that old Englishman's boxing stance or whatever. We look like the lion on Wizard of Oz talking about put him up and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I like to see him tighten up his technique. You know what I'm saying? And with the Degale fight, that's another dude I hope retires. I hope we end up with 3 retirements coming out next week. Degale, Dirrell, and Brandon Rios, because especially Brandon Rios, man, because what the fuck, man? That's really all I got on there. Like I said, I'm gonna have to go back and watch this Rios fight because I didn't see it, but just based on what I heard, man, it sounds like an embarrassing spectacle. So I guess I got one more fight to look forward to. I'm gonna go and get off there because y'all know I stay at work. So as I always say, please make sure you push the thumbs up and share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. Hey, before I get off here though, I got a question. I'm not participating in Border Wars other than as a judge, but I am definitely coming out there. I guess I'll talk to you next offline. Do I need to pay any fees for that or anything? No.
Nah, brother.
Oh, hey, but if Ant tries giving you fees, like paying you fees, you gotta let us know though, because
is Ant gonna fight though? Because it's like being like somebody's gonna take his place, and what's going on?
Listen.
Remember Mario said like,
yeah, and I told Ness that he's said that he's making it now. Like it was at first, because a few
Ant plays.
But remember,
Jose told me. Jose told me. I talked to Jose myself. Okay, and I told you.
And then hold up. And then to my Texas cats, man, I'm definitely coming. So call your weed plug because I'm gonna need some when I get out there. So I always say, please make sure you push the thumbs up and share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. Time to get back to the money, fellas.
I'm gonna have some out there, but it just depends on how you judge my fight. No, I'm bullshitting. I got you either way, though, homie.
But no, though, man. So
like 3 hours away from Dallas.
What'd you say?
Aren't you like 3 hours away from Dallas?
More like 6.5.
Well, that's a long 6 man. I know it.
Nah, but I'm leaving. See, listen, I'm leaving Wednesday night. I'm staying in San Antonio. And then I'm leaving.
That's a half a day though.
And then I'm leaving. No. You're not listening. Listen, I'm staying in San Antonio, and then I'm leaving Thursday morning, and that's only a 3-hour drive from there, or 3.5-hour drive from there. So
you was coming Wednesday in the chat. You said
I said I'm coming Wednesday. I'm leaving Wednesday, but I'm not getting there till Thursday because I'm gonna stay the night in San Antonio because I have to leave so late Wednesday.
All right. Let me get to Rod in the 870. What up?
What up? Real quick, man, I want to say to all the listeners, man, support the podcast, not just with your likes, not just with you listening, but these guys do a good job. They're on here 3-4 days a week. Support these guys financially. And what I mean by that is send in a super chat every now and then. It's $2. That's easy. Cup of coffee. Do that a few times a month. If everybody do that, these guys could continue to deliver us good content. And we want to make sure these guys are eating at home, man. But on my call today, dog, Anthony Dirrell and Mike, I agree with you. It was a tough fight, but I think he pulled it out. To me, he hurt the guy 2 or 3 times in the fight. The guy never hurt him. The guy did put the pressure on, but Anthony, I think they were showing on the comfy box where he outlanded the guy like 40 to 50 punches in the fight, and he was killing him with the body late. So I feel like it was a justified, close decision for Anthony. I actually kept the scorecard, and I had Anthony up by 2 rounds when they ended the fight. So that's just my thoughts on that one. Chris Eubank looked good in the fight. To me, he looked way better than he did against the last guy. And I thought he still was a little wild at times, kind of like Wilder. But to me, he was patient. He picked his spots. He landed good, heavy punches. He knocked him down a couple of times, which was good for the scorecards. But I definitely had a 116-110 on my scorecard at up 6 points. And Rios, garbage. He should have quit after Danny Garcia. With that said, I want to ask you guys, what did you think about? I didn't hear the early part of the call. What did you guys think about Baby Miller's freestyle? I could tell it was written, but it still was dope. It still was
My
done.
man.
That's the only nigga on the fucking panel
Ness,
think it wasn't written.
Ness thought it was Eminem in his fucking prime at the rap Olympics and shit off his tone.
8 to 16 bars
Hold
written, man. After
on.
that, it's all freestyle.
But Ness likes Drake though. Drake is
Oh,
also known for notorious. to have
Okay.
ghost, you know.
There we go.
So-
Now
so-
we correlating wrong. Good point.
But I think Miller started out strong with the written, with the flows, but then I think the beat or whatever changed it up, or if he forgot his lines, he went off the dome after that.
Agreed.
Forgot his lines.
Oh man,
Yo, real quick, I'll say this for the caller though, because actually, I think about it now. I didn't even get to break down that fight. I did, but I didn't. I too agree. I think that Dirrell did enough to win.
He did do some body
I
work
didn't
though.
score.
We gotta admit the body work was good.
Yeah, I didn't score the fight. I do want to go back and score it though, just to see if what happened there, because Mike seems so. What's the word? Whatever. Mike seems so determined to say that that's the fight that he won. Like he won the fight or he lost the fight, and that's why I want to go back because you know what I'm saying.
I think if anything, should have been a draw, but maybe I'm just too overexcited because Yildirim did better than
he did.
I expected Dirrell to get him out of there first 2-3 rounds, but went 10.
We both agree though he got saved by the fact that he didn't have to go those last.
I don't know save though, but
that's probably a bad word.
He was coming on though towards the end, and it was gonna be nice to see round 11 and 12 in the end of round 10 if they would have let it happen.
It would have been nice to see, specifically for Yildirim's sake. I won't say save.
Alabama. I want Joshua. Joshua, come and see me, baby. If he doesn't hide it, no more ducking, no more dodging, no more excuses.
Javi, I need that same energy, homie.
Oh, I'm coming with it, nigga. I ain't scared of none of these niggas in the chat. I ain't scared of nobody. Joe Joyce, you a bum. You a bum. I don't want to hear nothing about you top 10, top 15, top 20. He a bum. He's slow. He in molasses. That man is trash. I don't care what nobody say. I don't want to hear no, hey, bro, you should get in the ring. That ain't my job, nigga. If I was at my job, I would be, and I did that, they'll fire me. That's how bad he looked. If I did that, they'll fire me. That's how bad. Man, Stiverne look like he ain't trained not one day. Stiverne ain't trained in 2 years. That's awful, man. Stiverne 270.
They came in 273.
Man, come on, man. Stiverne damn near my size, and he's 6, 7, 8 inches shorter than me. And I know I'm bad, nigga. Damn, Stiverne, come on, what's going on, baby? And that nigga Joyce would not get that hand up. Joyce said, hey, man, just keep hitting me with them overhands. I ain't gonna move. Keep hitting me. Just give it to me. Give me the hook, too, nigga. I'm eating all that. Stiverne was tired of the one punch, man. I don't know what that was. That's despicable. What they put on before Eubank and Degale was despicable. And Degale, he a bum too. That nigga ain't want to fight. He wanted the whole run over the wrestle. He ain't want no smoke. Every time they started swinging, that nigga Degale said, hold on, whoa, this shit hurt. And you hitting a little hard. Wait a minute. I want to hold on for a little bit. Degale ain't want no smoke. I don't know why you get Degale nothing, but after round 1, I couldn't get Degale around. I don't know what anybody else was watching. I couldn't give him a round. Degale a bum. I don't want to hear nothing about nobody else. Joe Joyce, you gonna get slept. That's why you want to stay away from Ortiz. You don't want that smoke for real, man. You do not want that smoke. You don't want no smoke with nobody who actually trained. He fight niggas who ain't trained. Leroy came on his show talking about all this.
Bruh, stop fucking going in on Joe Joyce. He like 6-0, champ.
How you gonna tell my man call, man? Let him have his call. What's the people?
Saying he's 6-0.
What'd you say?
He 8-0.
6-0.
Man,
yeah,
I ain't even
get your records right.
Yo, you got a real rant,
bro.
He got a real
34.
rant.
He had to end his prime. He ain't even in his prime.
Why you so mad at Joe Joyce?
Because he's a bum. That nigga 34 years old. He had to end his prime, man. Fuck out my face with that shit. He none of that. He ain't nothing.
But why? He got to be something at 8-0.
Don't call me no prospect if I'm 34 years old. You ain't no prospect, nigga. You fought 400 amateur fights. I don't want to hear nothing. You ain't no prospect.
Prospect is determined by your experience, not by your age, homeboy. You would be experienced. Look, like you said, if that was your job tomorrow, Javi, you'd be considered a prospect. Your ass old as hell. Talking about your 22, damn near 42.
Nigga. Compared to him, I would be a prospect, nigga. I'm 21. That nigga 34 years old.
Man, everybody knows you like damn near 50, bro. I don't know why you keep lying like that.
What are you talking about? 34 is old as fuck in boxing. Like, what are you talking about?
First of all, listen, I'm talking about his experience. Just like Ness said, all right? That you're being like hard on a man who fought Stiverne when he fought Stiverne.
How y'all gonna take Javi call, man?
I'm just saying his favorite fighter fought Stiverne a lot later. Whatever.
Javi is angry for no reason. You would figure like, you know, they called out Javi like Joe.
No shit, right?
I mean, like what the fuck? We going out to mastermind Joseph.
What's up, Joseph?
What's good, TBV? Y'all doing good tonight?
We good, we
Yes,
good.
sir.
Go ahead and shit, doing good. Just got off this food outside. The weather was finally nice enough to get on.
Joseph picked Omar Rios. Yeah, Omar and Rios for Joseph.
Go for Rios and Omar. During the Rios, you know, with Rios, man, I know people were complaining and saying he should, but he fought somebody at his level, you know, the fight. And the fight, I think it was just something that he just didn't follow instructions, really. He kept letting Soto steal the rounds and get off stupid shit and get away with stupid shit. But for people that are complaining, I mean, it's not like he was on a major card or nothing. He was in, and it went all the way down to Mexico fighting at his level. Let them people make their money, man. You don't know their situation or how much. If they love it, let them love it, man. You know, they ain't forcing us to watch. But yeah, Joyce, I'm not gonna snap like Javi just did, but yeah, that dude he got some work to do. And then that was pretty much it I was talking about. I was gonna ask you about Border Wars. If y'all still need judges and refs and stuff, I mean, obviously I can't do my brothers, but I'm willing to help out anywhere else I can.
Are you sure you can't be unbiased towards your brother, man? You can't do your brother's judging.
No, I said everything except his fight, because I've been training him, so everything other than his fight I can help out with, no problem.
Hey, for real though, shout out to Joseph and his brother, because isn't it Matt, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Joseph and Matt, because yeah, man, I've been seeing y'all been putting in that work. So
who Matt fighting?
He fighting another first time Border Wars guy. I forgot his name.
Yeah, Ahmed.
Yeah.
But wait.
And then
he submitted nothing, man. He submitted nothing. We gotta get in touch with Ahmed. I gotta get his phone number because obviously Jose got it, but he ain't.
I got one video of him. I got one video of him doing some shadow boxing. So
yeah,
he's getting ready to. But also with TBV, like I said, y'all be ready. We're gonna have to hit Bucks Cabaret. If any of my dudes out here like the strip clubs, that's one of my favorite things to do when I'm away. When I can. And then also we know some
Mike's allergic.
Some reputable connections in that area. Mike's a strip club patron, man. He don't even got to do. He just got to roll in.
I'm a strip club legend, baby. They see me coming, nigga. They open up the door for me. You feel me?
I believe
both doors.
Nobody know you in Texas, man.
I'm worldwide, baby.
Yeah,
Javi said, bring him back next.
Well, I'm ready for that.
Joseph, man. You the man.
I'm excited to meet y'all, though, man. You know what I'm saying? We done heard your voice, man. Excited to meet you and your brother, man. See what y'all about in that ring. And you say you've been training them, and I believe because I've been seeing the videos y'all been posting. So ready to see what kind of product you building it up.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we did that already. But what up, NL on the boomerang?
What's good, man? Shit, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I mean, I ain't gonna go as hard, but I feel heavy on that Joe Joyce shit, man. Dude slow as hell, bro. Man, when he get in there with them shows, man, with that defense he got, that
nigga dear me.
His best shot.
That nigga dear me, I'm telling you, man.
Man, see, bro, that man, he gonna have to win the Tough Man of the Year award against the Elite, bro, because they gonna be hitting his ass in combination with that hot butter, man. That shit I seen, bro. Man, I see people with a little bit of footwork and they getting around them slow ass shots, bro. The way he taking that shit on the chin, bro. he eating everything you serving up, man. So I don't know, bro.
Bro, the nigga ain't fast at all though, bro. Like nigga, you see his shit coming from fucking yesterday.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like he's swinging them Glenn Johnson licks that hit Roy Jones on the chin. Like he's swinging for fucking shoelaces. Like, and it's just, Stiverne just in the last Wilder fight, man, he just was standing there, he took that right hand to the mouth. I don't know what's going on, Brad. What's the other guy, bro, that just fought, man, not too long with a heavyweight, man? That dude, he wound up being a street flop. He looking at the Polish dude, like, I don't even remember his name. That's how he relevant.
Gerald Washington?
He looking at the punch. Yeah, he's looking at the punch. Instead of moving his ass out of the way, he just closed his eyes and closed his mouth tight. Like, what the fuck going on with these heavyweights, man? But at that elite level, bro, man, that dude not gonna make it, man. And I heard something about Daniel James got to wear the power locks. You hear me? Y'all heard anything about that? I heard Canelo using the A side and this shit.
No, man, he ain't got one of them damn power locks, my nigga.
I don't know. I'm just going on what I'm hearing on the internet, bro. You heard me? He got the man wearing power locks and he got to wear his shoe size like a half a size too small. So that's my thought. Like, y'all looking at that. I heard that shit right there. Inside shit. TVV, baby.
He got to grow out his bangs and shit.
Yo, but remember that Floyd didn't want Maidana to use power locks. So if Canelo letting Jacobs use power locks, he trying to say, come on, let's see if you really.
That's why I keep getting confused, because some people talk shit about him. Some people talk like, I don't know.
Boxer, man.
Yeah, some people hate. Like, I got a pair of power locks that are 16 ounces, right? And at first I was gonna use them for Border Wars, but then everybody started clowning and talking shit on the fucking chat, on the text chat. So I was like, all right, well, I'll use something else. And then Jose came through, said,
who the fuck said power locks are whack? You better get out of here.
Like 4 or 5 of them, man. Everybody was hating on me. It was like,
tell you it's whack when you hook off on them with him.
That's what I'm saying. Ant didn't talk shit. Ant wasn't saying nothing. He just laughed at the shorts I was gonna buy.
You're gonna get punched in the face with him.
Slow mo. Javi said he ready, man. He got heat from all y'all.
Javi ain't ready. Javi had like 9 minutes. I never pressed the fucking bell on him the first call.
I had a feeling you did it.
They keep saying slow mo Joe in the chat. That's terrible.
Don't nobody care. He the one talking so much about Joe Joyce.
Bro, y'all gonna let me in?
You been in. The bell been ringing.
Oh, I bet. I ain't even coming in with no hate this time. This for Eubank. Eubank. I saw you, boy. Eubank put in work. Hey, respect the TVV for letting me get that shit off too. I got to get that off my feelings. It's the voice of the people, baby. I can talk how I want to talk. Anybody who feels some type of way, fuck you. Anyways, where else I'm going with this? Oh yeah, but Eubank, he put them hands on motherfucking Degale. I respect it. I don't care what nobody say. Everybody say Eubank, oh, you lost to this dude. Bruh, he keep coming back. I don't care. That nigga came back. He responded. He beat Degale. People say, this great boxer, a gold medalist.
Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Degale ain't.
He hit gold medalist, nigga. How many gold medals, nigga, you beat? How many gold medals, nigga, you beat?
Degale ain't on the level of Billy Joe. Degale ain't on the
goddamn me buffet medalist, nigga.
You know what I'm talking about, nigga. He said, y'all saying us. He the only gold medalist and champion. So and that whatever. Fuck
what?
Some shit they said.
You just rambling now.
He was the first. He was the first, Javi. He was the first.
In that division or some shit. But anyways,
he was the first. He was the first British gold medalist and world champion. Damn,
I'm telling you, Showtime said that shit on the telecast.
He was the first British gold medalist and world champion. Then it was Anthony Joshua.
Bro, all I'm saying is the nigga bro, y'all told me he was a gold medalist. He was gonna outbox some people. Everybody kept saying this shit. A lot of people. And Degale came. And Eubank came out there and basically bullied him the whole fight. Like at one point, he was getting to the point he was pushing that nigga off. Like, nigga, we not even finna clinch no more. You gonna have to take these punches.
Bruh, let's stop acting like we didn't say that we didn't know what version of Degale was gonna come in. Obviously, we didn't have a good version.
Bruh, who you pick?
I picked Degale.
All right, set that soft ass shit up then, nigga. Anyways,
I picked Eubank on the show though, homie.
I don't care, bro. You said
I picked Degale on the betting show.
I don't want to hear nothing else.
No, Mike, get the sheet out.
I don't care about the sheet. You just told me to pick Degale out your mouth.
Well, you about to get kicked out right now.
I know
40,
I am.
30
you
seconds.
Kick me out 'cause I'm real. Cause I'm real.
4.
I ain't scared like these other
34.
callers. Niggas gonna be sweet with you. You know I'm coming.
Nigga, sign
You know
up the
I'm
border
coming.
wars, nigga.
Hey, you know act like that. It's love
Eat
out
your
here,
food,
nigga.
nigga.
We got
Oh,
love.
now it's love, Javi. Nigga, you sound like you pussy, nigga. Nigga call you out now it's love. Man, get that nigga, Javi. The fuck?
Ain't it?
Alabama power, homie. You got it too.
What you said? Hey, you said call me. I mean, if you want me to fight, bro, I asked the nigga to fight. I'll fight. I don't give a fuck. I'm out of shape. I don't give a fuck. I still fight.
Oh, he
out. Now you got excuse. Nigga, you ain't seen Ness on the beach, my nigga. He ain't in shape either. What's up?
I just told you I don't give a fuck. We can fight.
Now, real quick.
Got a fucking dead by it. Let's go.
For that Degale stuff, I think he's the first to represent because I think wasn't Lennox Lewis British, and then he represented
That nigga
Canada
from Jamaica or some shit, Canada or some shit.
Yo, Mike, you get hella shots right now, bro. On the low, that nigga say he got a dead body. Bro, I'm fat as hell right now.
Hey, nigga been eating good, nigga.
I need an interim fight. I'm telling you, I'm fat right now.
That nigga went to Jamaica and ate all kind of jerk, goddamn it.
Bruh.
Jerk, sausage, jerk,
Bro, I
chicken,
went
jerk,
to
goddamn beef.
jerk spot like 5 times. But listen, I went so much. One time I ain't even paid them. The credit card machine was down. They just let me go.
Oh shit.
Because the internet, you know. It was like, man, it's all good, man. 18 Irie, man. I was like, I bet. Let me go out to Rhythm and Violence on that pound for pound.
Oh, he pound for pound now? He stepped it up.
He been pound for pound for 2 months. Why you disrespecting the champ like that?
My bad, man. I ain't know, baby. I ain't know.
You Indiana.
What's good, Water? Hey, you ain't gotta worry about chicken to add in pounds because protein doesn't have a lot of KCLs on it, so it's not gonna pack protein. It's probably the rice. If you eat it, that's gonna put the pounds on it. But the protein, it take a lot for protein to put pounds on your body, so you ain't gotta worry about the jerk chicken. But
shit,
wait, all kinds of rice though? All kinds of rice?
Nah, but I'm sure the fat is in the sauce, man. It's always the sauce.
But as far as it turning into fat, protein, it takes a lot for protein to turn into the fat for the body. You get more from the carbohydrates.
Mike, this is exactly why you don't just fight dudes. They call in. You got to see them fight. This dude probably a nutritionist for all we know. We're calling
no, he's well. Aren't you like a nurse, right?
That's even worse, man. He know where to stab you at, bro. You got to be careful with these dudes.
No. I used to do something. But look, yeah, man. The one thing I was liking this weekend, I like the turkey. I really was rooting for the turkey dude against Andre. I don't know why. I don't know if I really wanted him to meet the president or something like that. But I turned into Mike for a second. I liked the story for some reason. I was like, another dude talking about retiring. So I was like, this dude about to retire. How is he good for the division if he about to retire and he gonna hold belts and all that? But how often do they do that? They give the score to the corner. Because I would love for them to do that more. Because I think the fighters wouldn't be so delusional. Like when AB thought he was winning rounds, I would love for him to know, bruh, they got you down 4 rounds. How different would he fight? You know what I mean? Like, should it not be in the boxing, or should the mystery still be there?
I like the 4th and 8th round telling them, but they need to tell the public too.
That's
they got to tell the public.
Yeah, it's called open scoring. But here's the problem: if you're on the side that's winning, let's say it goes 10 rounds and you're in round 7, and they say, "Yo, they got you up by 4, so there's only 3 rounds left."
Coasting now, that's
it. You're gonna coast. You know you can run, and ain't nobody gonna stop you. So it sucks.
I'm not talking about telling how many rounds you now, but they did round 4, round 8, they was going to give them the score, right? I think just a snapshot of how the judges are judging. Because if you know, okay, when you play a football team and the referees, they call real hard on pass interference, then you're gonna do a lot of less bumps. You'll do more zone coverage and stuff like this. It's gonna change your scheme up. So if a fighter feels like, hey, my body shot's not scoring, then I'm gonna do something to actually score. You know what I mean? Like, I think that would be good for just to change strategy. Because I think some of these fighters be delusional. Well, like we was watching White fight against Hart. He thought he was up. I really wish people would realize they had me down for.
I wish they did it in a way that
he right about that Hart fight. We'd have made some good money if he told his ass he was losing.
I wish they did it in a way that the public knew, but the fighters didn't necessarily know.
Yeah, that could be cool. Man, I don't know how they would do that because then the judges would have to open it up like a lot. But Yeah, that would be better.
Dollar D Beyonce Productions.
Both motherfuckers. J Hardcore Boxing. You don't know shit about boxing.
BoxingWiz.com. Okay.
What's going on, Jay?
Yo, what up there, players? I enjoyed the boxing this weekend for sure. I'm going to call Crow. I didn't call in Thursday, but I did have Rios winning and also had Omar winning. So I take Crow on those two right there, bro.
Hey, Jay, any of your bets? Any of your bets was right
What'd
this
you say?
week? Any of your bets was right this week?
I just told you that I didn't get Omar Douglas, and he was in on mine. But
Nah, you could have had another parlay. I'm
asking.
asking. You could have had another parlay. I'm not being sarcastic.
I didn't. But no. But I'm gonna come at you on that right now, though.
Bro, I said I'm not being.
I
said I'm not being sarcastic. Get out your feelings.
Nah, ain't it? But you always come for me on my shit anyway. I'm more picking who I feel though that's gonna win and shit. You know what I mean? But you go back and forth. Like earlier today, you just said that I picked such and such, but I bet on such and such.
Yeah.
But the other day when I picked such and such and said such and such, you was like, "Oh, he don't bet, so it don't count." So is it the pick or is it the bet?
No. What I meant by you don't bet, like you don't place the bet. You tell people like, yo, you should bet on hypothetically Chris Eubank, but then it's like you ain't placed that bet. So that's a little different.
Okay,
but yeah,
if I give you
on
a
the
good
show,
pick, what the difference does it
and that's
make?
what I'm asking. I'm asking today, like, what was your good pick? Did it land? Because I ain't hear it. So I'm at, and you'd have been like, yeah, see, I told y'all to pick so and so. That's all. You just went on the long road, but yeah, I mean, like, you know, it's a little bit different. Like, I picked Chris Eubank on the show. I said on the show he is the favorite. Al Heyman signed him. He ain't about to lose. And sure enough, it was that way. But on bets, I did bet on Degale because he is the better fighter. And I didn't know whether Eubank would, you know, really listen to the trainer. And it was a little decent money for Degale on the bet to outbox. That's all. But I was right by picking Eubank on the show. The only one got to eat crow is you.
Yeah, okay then. One thing about me, I keep it real. Even though I didn't even make a pick Thursday at all, I still came back as a man and said who I picked, though. But listen here, as I always say, smash the like button because it's a hell of a show. Other than that, I'm chilling with my wife right now, watching a movie. Always want to check in with you all, and I'm out of here.
What movie you watching?
We watching What Men Think or What Men Think About or something like that.
Oh, I've been wanting to watch that.
Tahaji?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly,
I seen that. That's pretty good.
That look good. Yeah, I've been wanting to watch that. Yo, but I will say this, though.
Speaking of movies, the Untitled topics and question post is out on Patreon. So if there's anything specific you want us to talk about tomorrow at 1:00 on Patreon, you can head on over there right now. Drop it in the comment section, and we'll be sure to talk about it at 1 p.m. tomorrow.
Man, I have a feeling Ashley's gonna want us to talk about the Oscars. So, nah, but on the real though, Ness, you were hating on Jay on Friday about his betting because you weren't giving him no props for calling. I forgot who it was like 2 weeks ago. You're like, man, that was 2 weeks ago. What you doing lately? So
yeah, because he's still trying to live off that Kovalev win. And,
but
it was $47.
Yeah, but you're trying not to. No, but it wasn't just that one. It was another one too. I forgot. I was trying to think of it too.
That's why I said, yo, what did you get this week to see? I want him to build a resume. He got the Kovalev now. If he would have banged something, then I'll start listening to him more. I'm not. Again, the betting show ain't who got the biggest dick. It's
yeah. It's about helping. That's like why. That's why like I help you, right? Because you I told you what I say. Let's go back because I said, bruh, that bet that I give you is gonna pay for all your bets.
Well,
and that's what it did, right?
Mario, stop it. Your bet that was supposed to pay for all the bets was the first round knockout. I was lucky enough to trust you more than once and did both of your parlays, but your secure bet was, oh, he's knocking him out in the first round, when Joyce himself said he wasn't. I chose to go with the secondary knockout of 6 through 4, which got me some money. Now I only wish I would have bet more. Remember what we were doing on that show was,
oh yeah.
$1, drop a 0, $2, drop a 0, and see what the difference. But anyway, Joseph the Mastermind wants back. He's back.
Yeah. That y'all brought up the name Kovalev. That reminded me. Did y'all see that where Canelo was talking about he'd go up to 175 to fight Kovalev?
Damn, Mastermind, press rewind. We talked about that thoroughly, but
yeah, Ness called Canelo a cherry. I mean,
it was such a good topic. I won't mind dipping and dabbing in it again. I just like the fight. I think that even though now Kovalev has a deal with ESPN, so he needs to stop talking that. Canelo needs to stop talking that Kovalev shit.
Yeah, but Canelo I don't know. He'll go in there and get done like Chavez did against Fonfara, man. Even an old Kovalev could catch him, I think.
You crazy as hell. Canelo, one of the best body punchers in the game. If you ain't talking Earl Spence, he beat the shit out of Kovalev.
Yeah, but I mean, I can't say that he could. We don't know if he can handle a put. That's going up, man. That's pushing.
He ain't getting hit by Kovalev, man. Yo, Ward barely got hit by Kovalev, and Ward got right back up and changed the tide, man. Even if he hurt Canelo.
68.
Yeah. But Canelo's listen, go back and check Canelo's fights. Even when he fought at 47, the kid was weighing like 174. And this is not exaggeration. Like he's always weighed 174 on fight night. So the fact that he's moving up, he only weighs more.
I mean, it's less risky because it's an older Kovalev, but still, man, I don't know. To me, that's a big stretch to me.
Yo, why they doing my man Mike like that on a super chat?
I'm just waiting, man. I'm just waiting for my guy.
Oh yeah, and let me give a shout out to Chris Eubank for that Arn Anderson spine buster he threw. I was sitting there in the spine buster.
Arn Anderson spine buster.
That was crazy. And
Mario,
that was crazy.
It's good to hear you alive, Mario. I was fixing to go down to Corpus and go look for you, dog. We was wondering what happened to you last week.
Yeah, I seen the what's it called they put out. That was pretty funny.
It was an APB. We almost put out an Amber Alert for you, dog.
They did. They put it. They showed me that one that they did. I don't know. I still don't know how he made it. Eric, I think it was Cruz.
That's hilarious, bro. But that's the time, man. Y'all have a good one.
Yo, we got some super chats. We got a super chat from NO.
Hold on.
Put yourself on mute. Let him read the super chat.
Get to the callers. We got another super chat from I Love Muff Dive. Mike trying to find his dick. Now your mom dove in on the last night, punk ass nigga.
Mike, he had that in the bag. He was like, "Hold on, I'm waiting." So
that's easy, man.
We did it better than Miller did. So
your mama was fluffing me last night. You know what I'm saying? While you was muffing around somewhere. You know what I'm talking about?
Yo, I Love Muff Dive coming for everybody. He came for me last week. It's on Troy in Baltimore.
What's going on, Troy?
What's up? You know what? What's up, Mike? I saw the fight with Joyce, right? I wouldn't mind seeing him fight. What's this boy's name? Naki. Mayonnaise boy, I call him because he's so pale, right? I think that's a good fight right there because it'll be it'll just be an inside fight. It'll just be one of those fights where they probably fight in the phone booth, and whoever catches less is the one who'll be standing at the end of the fight. Now, Rios, I really was hoping that he retired after Bradley stopped him because there's no way that Bradley should have been able to stop Rios. But there's a whole lot of things that go on behind closed doors because I don't even think he should be cleared to fight because clearly he's not. His speech has been slurred for like 4 or 5 years now, and his motor functions are much slower and all that. He should have been retired before he gets seriously hurt. And Eubanks had a good fight, but I tell you what I didn't like. During the post fight, you watched him when he spoke. He was blinking ridiculously, just blink, 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 blink. And if you listen to his speech there's a lot of gaps in his speech. So hopefully in another 2 years, he'll sit his butt down as well and stop fighting as well, man. Because these fighters are taking because he takes a lot of blows. I don't know if he doesn't know about boxing and moving his head or whatever have you, but he takes a lot of blows. He's not a slick fighter. He might try to come off like one, but he's not. So hopefully in the next 2 years he'll sit down and get rid of his dad. His dad is an ass. I don't even know why he's in his corner. But other than that, that's it, Mike. That's it, man. I just really wish that some of these. What's this boy name that fought Joyce last night? Bermane
Stiverne, yeah.
Go too. Yeah, he needs to go too, because eventually he's just gonna become a gatekeeper. Because the same thing with his speech. He used to speak straight. His speech used to flow. But if you listen to him speak now, he uses a lot of breaks in his speech and he pauses. It's time for him to just go and do something else. Seriously, man, there's no need to be taking all this punishment if you don't have to. You could train, you could do a whole bunch of other things. And as for your boy, Nestor, I don't feel so. I don't really get into the whole blah 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 with the contracts and all that, but he should have just took one of the damn contracts, knocked out the dude like he said he was going to, and then he would have the keys to the city, and then he can make all the demands. Now he's sitting on the sideline wondering. Now he's sitting on the sideline about to fight who? Yeah.
Bitter, man.
I don't know what he's talking about. I guess he had a point at the end that everybody was supposed to get, but you ain't worried about this shit.
Bitter. Peter, pumpkin eater, had a wife.
Another one in the book, baby.
Put her in a pumpkin shell. There, he kept her very well. See you guys tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow a.m. We got Untitled Patreon. Make sure that you get your Patreons in.
We might push that Untitled back because I've been playing out a lot of Patreons, top level Patreons. I gotta make this post office run. I gotta send Elms his jacket. I gotta send Joseph.
Me and Mike could just do it without you.
Is it Joseph? Joseph is a mastermind or pound for pound. I gotta double check, but I know I gotta send Joel a glove. I gotta send RMV a glove. I gotta send fucking Rick like 3 gloves. And Enrique is almost done with the shirt order. So remember that I'm giving those out in order. The longer you've been a Patreon, the more secure you are on that list to continue to get these Patreon only shirts.
He got my custom shorts ready?
No, I'm waiting on all the sponsors to commit so we can sew all the right patches on, player.
I'm just playing. I don't need custom shorts. I'm gonna buy my own shorts.
I'm
gonna buy some white ones so I can stain them with Ant's blood. You know how I do. Put them hoes up in a frame.
Mario, when you gonna submit some footage to me?
Bro, I already have footage. Look, I swear to God, we're gonna end this
last week, and then you went on hiatus.
No. Listen to me. I had it last week. I was gonna send it to you this week. I'll send it to you.
We transfer. How about
5 minutes after this is over? I promise you.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because I have it on my iPad. That's why I didn't send it.
Got to put out the betting lines. We got the boxing bookie. Bruce in Pittsburgh will be putting out the betting lines. Depending how wide or how close they are, TBV might be the house and allow you to make some bets.
Yo, that would be sick. Could we bet on ourselves?
I don't see why not. I
don't see why not, right?
Bet that you took down is like for you to lose, then it's like no.
Oh yeah, of course.
It'll be void.
Nah, I ain't no Pete Rose.
You're betting on yourself to win.
Pete Rose them bet to lose, homie.
Oh, that's right. My bad.
Don't throw him in the right. Yeah,
that's right. My bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. I ain't hating.
He never bet against himself. He always betted that.
I should have said I'm not the Chicago White Sox from wherever they were, whatever year that was.
Tim Donahue.
Donahue.
Bruce said, "Are you crazy? The house never allows the fighter to bet on himself."
Oh, they don't.
He says, "Mario, why you being slick?"
Oh, but I could get. Never mind. Nothing. Nah, yeah, you're right. I won't do that.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get.
Chris Eubank Jr., man, excited, baby. Excited to see where you go from here. Good thing linking up with Al Heyman. They do have a lot of super middleweights like Anthony Dirrell, Caleb Truax, Caleb Plant. They still have Peter Quillen that's fighting Caleb Truax. And they just have like a lot of stock. So hopefully you can get one of those guys to come over to the UK where they can make some money at. And Brandon Rios, man, wow. Humberto Soto, man. Wow. Money Pal, definitely gonna try to get you on the show sometime this week. So man, just keep doing what you're doing, and man, you look fantastic in the ring.
Yo,
I'm not forgetting. Gennady Golovkin, man, go get your money, get your money wherever it's gonna go. Get your money. Go ahead, Mario. Well, hold on. Yeah. Follow me at Gross1911 on IG and Gross2312 on Twitter.
Follow that man on IG. Yo, he's the king of IG. Listen to me. All I'm gonna say is this real quick as my final thoughts. I feel like we didn't come across enough on the Soto Rios because we were hating on Rios so much. That was a good fight. I'll probably go back and watch it. I think it was Stainless that said that he didn't get to watch them all. I can't remember who. Said he was gonna go watch that fight after he got off of work. Maybe it was RMV. Somebody said it. I don't remember. But yeah, that's a good fight. I wanted to tell them earlier. That's a good fight. It's worth rewatching. If you missed the fights this weekend, you didn't see that one. It was a good fight. I liked it. I have a lot of fun. I wouldn't mind a rematch, like Ness said. Follow me at Mario Mugi on Twitter, at Mario Mugi on Instagram. Border Wars. Maybe we can sneak in a Border Wars show, Ness, since I didn't wake up.
Saturdays? Because you missed Saturdays?
I fucking was asleep. I didn't know you were gonna do it at 7 in the morning.
Hey, listen, at least you were asleep. Fighters need to get rest so that they can, recover properly.
Yeah, I hit the gym right then too.
Listen, actually, we're gonna do a film study on Border Wars Tuesday. We'll review the main event fight with who do you? I'll let you guys choose. I won't be biased. Should we review Cruz's fight first, or should we review Jose's fight first?
I would rather review Jose's.
And Mike,
because everybody talk about it so much.
Oh, shit. The WBC champ, baby. Let's go.
Oh shit! That's why, in true underdog fashion, he's coming to take those belts from the WBC champ. We out. Peace.